Pubcasts around. Grab a cold one, sit back, and enjoy the show. This is Corner Pub Sports.
This is Lauren Hart from the Philadelphia Flyers, and you're listening to Corner Pub Sports.
Corner Pub Sports.
Hey, everybody, what is going on? Welcome to your Friday night podcast, Corner Pub Sports, coming at you live.
Your every other week podcast.
Every other week podcast on iTunes and Spotify and Satchel. And, of course, if you're watching the show live on Facebook, YouTube, wherever else.
Whatever.com.
Wherever we are. But we are starting the show off tonight. This isn't often that we do this right off the bat, but we have an enormous guest with us tonight.
This is going to be some fun stuff.
This is going to be awesome. We have a Flyers Hall of Famer, two-time Stanley Cup champion. He has a new book out called Thundermouth.
And the Flyers are going on the peak of power.
We have Mr. Joe Watson on the show with us right now. Joe, welcome to the show, man. How are you?
Oh, boy, that's quite an intro you guys have there. You're pouring that Bubba Louie and everything else. It looks good.
We toned it down for you, believe it or not.
God almighty. Yeah, looks good.
Yeah, Joe, we got to exercise a little bit of restraint because we have a phenomenal guest tonight. And believe me, that's tough for us.
That's right.
Oh, boy.
So how you been, Joe? How's everything going?
Fine. You know what? I've been very busy. You know, I decided to do a book about 3.5 years ago, and it took me 3 years to write it with Bill Meltzer. I don't know if you know Bill.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
And Bill's done a great job in the book, and the book is really doing very well for itself. It really is. We're shipping books all over, basically Adelaide, Australia, Budapest, Hungary, these places like that. And I don't know how the hell they found out about it, but they found out about the power of the internet, and
them guys can read over there.
That was one of the first orders I got was from Poland.
Was it really?
Budapest, Hungary.
Wow, how about that?
Yeah, I don't know how he found out about it, but he did. He must follow the Flyers site very closely, but he found out about it. Holy gosh!
Hey, Joe, if you don't mind, can you tell our fans where they can find that book?
Well, if you're interested in the book, JoeWatsonOfficial.com.
Absolutely.
That information will come to me, and then I send them out. I just sent 8 to Canada today, and to British Columbia, where I'm from. And like I said, I've been sending them all over the place, and it's been really very, very gratifying, to tell my story. And then people are interested in the story. Like we had a function at the building last night before the Flyers' disastrous game. And these people came up to me and said, "We heard about your book. We want to get your book and everything else." So I gave out these little cards, and lo and behold, I got some orders today. So it's worked out very well, and people enjoy the stories. There's a lot of great stories in there about things that have happened throughout my career as a young boy growing up in northern British Columbia in a place called Smithers, and where I am today. So it's really worked out well. Yeah,
and hockey was just different then. Like that era of hockey was just different.
Yeah.
And today's hockey, it's all about speed, finesse, and scoring.
Boys,
that was about.
And these guys are fast. I mean, my God Almighty. Well, I look at the game today and I watch it. A lot of us couldn't have played in this game today because there's so much speed. Emphasis on speed.
That's all right. You just kick everybody's ass and score some goals that way.
You gotta get the burst. You gotta get it.
You come across the line. You come across that line. I'm going to give you a black eye.
Oh boy! I remember one time we're in Vancouver, and Eddie Van Ippen are playing defense, and this guy Bobby Lalonde came down and give a move to Eddie and walked in and scored. And Eddie says, come back to the bench. He says, Joe, we're playing these guys next week in Philadelphia. And I want you to, when he comes down your side, I want you to really push him into the middle. And I'll make sure my wingers are covered. I'm going to come across and get him. And did he ever? He got him right here in the ribs. And my God almighty. And he says, you'll never try that again on me. Well, what he did it to him in Vancouver. You never
man, today's
hockey got him. The guy turned about 4 different colors in his face.
Right. Well, in today's hockey, Joe, that would be a penalty.
Yeah, a penalty, 5-minute major, and possibly out of the game. Yeah,
yes.
Injured. Yeah.
Well, the interesting thing is, you were talking about Ed Van Imp. When you were drafted by the Flyers in the expansion draft, and you were roommates with Ed, right? If I'm not,
no, I roomed with Bobby Orr.
Oh, okay, you're right, Bobby Orr. But Ed, when you joined with Ed on the Flyers, he wasn't. You weren't too happy.
You know what happened our first year? We got a contract from the Flyers, and I wasn't happy with mine, and Eddie wasn't happy with his. So we elected to leave camp, and Bud Poyle's a general manager at the time, and he told us to leave camp. And when we get to our destination, to phone him and tell him where we're at. So I said, okay, I'm going to fix him. So what I did, I drove to Vancouver in my car, left it at the airport in Toronto, and flew all the way to Kamloops, British Columbia, to see my future wife at the time. And he was so upset that we went that far. And you told me to get the hell out of camp. And when I got my destination to phone you, boy, he was upset. But anyway, make a long story short, we went back, we had some dialogue back and forth, and Alan Eagleson at the time was my lawyer, and he handled my account for my contract. And I must say that he did a great job. The thing is, I got a $1,500 raise, and that's what I was asking for. We turned around and charged me $1,500. So $1,500.
It's like getting a raise at work, and then your insurance goes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
How many F-bombs were in that conversation?
Oh boy. Holy mackerel.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what it is with all of us. I mean, you get your 2.5%, and you're like, hey, cost of living increase.
Yeah. Well, you know what happened? I played in Boston the year before with Boston, and Orr and I lived together. And Alan Eagles was, I think, the first lawyer that ever got involved in sports, first agent, and he represented Orr. So he used to come down to Boston from Toronto, and him and his friends would come down, and we had a 5-bedroom home there in Little Nahat, it's called, outside of Lynn, Massachusetts. He'd come down, bring his friends down, have parties and everything else, and I just thought he would give me some consideration when he decided to represent me. Consideration already. He took the $1,500 freaking dollars, and that was it. So I said, "To hell with that! I don't need a lawyer to represent me anymore. I'll do my own." And that's what I did. In fact, when on the Flyers drafted my brother in '72, Jimmy, I represented him.
There you
And
go.
you know what I did? He was making more money than I was when I got his contract signed for 3 years. But anyway, my contract was up that year, so I took care of myself. But initially, he was making more money in his first year than I was, and I'd been in the league 5 years.
Did you take a percentage?
No.
Oh.
We were kind to one another.
So I'm assuming that was the younger brother.
Jimmy's
Yeah.
younger.
Yeah, he's 10 years younger than myself, Jimmy. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Jimmy, I got you this contract signed. You're putting a down payment on my next house. You son of a bitch.
Well, so Joe, Jimmy, and yourself, you guys were 5 of 6 children to play hockey.
Yeah, we all played hockey. I mean,
That's
hockey,
crazy.
up there in the northern regions where we're from, where we're way up there north, 750 miles north of Vancouver, 150 miles south of Alaska. And the regions up there, it gets very, very cold in the wintertime. You need natural ice. You don't need artificial ice. So there's nothing else to do in the wintertime but curling. I loved curling as a young guy growing up, and tobogganing and skiing and hockey. And that were the 4 sports that we played during the wintertime,
Yeah, you either fornicate or play hockey.
Or drink beer.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh,
you gotta stay warm.
something to stay warm.
Oh boy, yeah. But,
Yeah, this is how we roll, Joe.
yeah.
So we're gonna
Well,
get
he's
into
one of
guys.
6 siblings, so I mean, it's got to be true.
Oh yeah.
Well, we didn't live in a very big house. I'll tell you that. Christ, 4 of us were in one room.
Yeah.
And,
Wow.
That was
so
6
very
cold
difficult.
nights.
Huh?
6 cold nights.
Well,
Yeah.
so,
Oh
so
boy.
I mean, you and Jimmy were pretty close, right? Like,
Yeah.
You know, from everything I've been reading, that Jimmy used to follow you around. You guys used to play against each other, compete against each other, and stuff like that. And how cool is that? Like, you guys,
That's great
the
stuff.
Flyers end up drafting your younger brother. You guys
Yes.
play together. You guys are
Yeah.
both in the Flyers Hall of Fame. Like, that
Yeah.
is phenomenal. You don't see that story
It's true. Yeah.
much
you know
at
what?
all.
You know what? The Watson brothers were the 4th brother combination to ever win a Stanley Cup.
Wow.
Now there's a bunch of other brothers now in the league. You know, they're a bunch of, but we were the 4th brother combination ever from a town of 600 people. I left there in 1960.
Wow.
For a junior A hockey team in Saskatchewan called the Estevan Bruins. That's all the people who live there. And
When you can share your craft and teach your craft to a younger sibling, there's nothing better than it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I used to come back in the summertime, and Jimmy was young at the time, and we would talk about things, and he would always ask me questions about this and that, and what do you think? And I said, Ryan, Jimmy, I said, listen, just put your best foot forward and keep going, and don't look back, look straight ahead.
Mhm.
And you'll be okay, because you got to have the intestinal fortitude and the mental toughness to be an athlete, because a lot of times things aren't going to go your way, and you've got to find some way to, for this to subside in your body and keep your mind straight. And but I've always told them to look forward, don't look sideways, and everything will work out. But the main thing is you got to put effort into everything you do. And that's the way the Watsons always were. We put a lot of effort into it. I wasn't a great skater like a lot of my teammates. And mind you, there weren't many fast guys in our team at the time. We had, my brother was fast, McLeish was fast, Leach was fast, Barber wasn't that fast, Clark wasn't that fast. But we got there, we accomplished something when we got there, and that was the main thing. Bertie used to always say, take the shortest possible route to the puck and arrive in ill humor. And we certainly believed in that wholeheartedly. But
And you just kicked everybody's ass.
Well, that's the ill humor part.
I love it. I love it.
We tried.
Yeah.
But most of the time we did succeed, is right. Yeah.
So we're gonna get into it here, Joe. Again, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Question I have, so Bobby Clark, he's one of the all-time greats.
Yep.
When he was the GM and in the media and everything, for lack of a better word, he came off kind of douchey.
Well,
How was Bobby?
Clark is a very quiet guy. I'm sorry. Clark is a very quiet guy. He doesn't say a lot. When he says something, you listen, because he makes sense. And he didn't like the press. He really didn't like press. He never blew smoke up his ass like a lot of people do. He just stayed to himself, and if you wanted to meet him and talk to him, he'd be willing to talk to you, but it had to make sense for him to talk to you. Sometimes that he would not slough people off, but he'd be irritated by the press, because so many press every day are wanting to talk about this and that. And basically it was the same thing as yesterday or the day before. So
He don't tolerate nonsense and bullshit.
Yeah, right. But I tell you, the way Clark played, Clark, I want to take you back to 1972. We get beat in the playoffs against Montreal, and every game was very close, but we get beat. And so after we get beat, we're in the 5th game, we lose it in Montreal, and Clarky says, boys, I'm going to shut the door. I don't want anybody in here. And what I'm going to talk to you about is something that will not be disclosed to anybody but us. We have a great young team here, and I want you to take care of yourself this summer and come back prepared to win next year. And lo and behold, we won the Stanley Cup next year.
Yeah.
We come
So
back.
you're going back to 1972. That's the year I was born. My goodness. Wow.
Yeah. But Clarky said, so we come to camp in great shape in 73. 74 season starts. We get off to a real good start, and we never looked back. We never looked back, and it was Clarkie just saying maybe 20 to 30 words to us individually, collectively as a group, that we have something special here. You look at Montreal. Montreal is one of the best teams in the league, and we took them down to 5 games, and every game was so close. In fact, if we had good goaltending, we probably would have won a couple more games. Our goalies didn't play that well in 1972.
Wow.
But
Was that Perrant?
No.
yeah, Perrant, yeah. Bobby Taylor was there, but Bobby Taylor didn't play much.
Okay.
Yeah. But and then Favell, they traded Favell in 72.
Right.
They traded Bernie initially. They traded Bernie. Bernie came back 4 years later.
Okay.
Yeah, in 73, Bernie came back.
Right.
But when we played Montreal, Favell was our goalie, and he let some bad goal. I remember we won the first game of Montreal 5-4. McLeish scored, and then we're leading 2-1 going the third period, and Yvonne Cornway shot this goddamn puck. It was about 5 feet over the net. Fabi goes to make the save with the damn thing.
Oh no!
He drops out of his glove into the net. We tie it up. They tie it up, and now we go into overtime. And Larry Robinson scored from center ice, and Fabi.
Oh, you got to be kidding me!
We realized we needed a goalie, and so they went back and got Bernie. And what they did was they got Bernie, and they hired a guy named Jacques Plante, who was the best angle goalie in all of hockey. And he'd bring these ropes out in the ice, for practice. And Bernie wasn't allowed to go outside those ropes. That means if he did, he had a bad angle and there was something to shoot at. But if he stayed within those ropes, he would have the angle covered, and the guy had to make a great shot to beat him. And that's what he did with Bernie. Yeah, Bernie made Bernie into a great goalie.
I was trying to get Bernie on tonight to do a surprise appearance, but it wouldn't work out. But I was talking to his wife a little bit over the last few weeks, but yeah, it didn't work out. But I was trying to get him on to surprise you tonight. So
okay, him and I we go back a long ways. In 1963, I turned pro with Minneapolis. They're a farm team of the Boston Bruins, and we lost both of our goaltenders. They got hurt. Cesar Maniego was one of our goalies, and George. I forget George's last name. But both of our goalies were hurt, so they called up Bernie, and Bernie was part of the Bruins organization. Of course, Minneapolis part of the Bruins organization, so they called up the young kid, and Bernie came in and played 2 games. We won both games with him, 18-year-old kid. Yeah.
Like some of them games, watching the highlights with Bernie Perrant, like some of them games and the saves that he would make, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
unbelievable.
Only God saves, only God saves more than Bernie line. It's been ingrained into Philadelphia's mind.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he earned the angles. He learned the angles very well from Jacques Plante. He wasn't a goalie when they traded him in 69 or 70. He went to the World Hockey. He went to Toronto, then he went to the World Hockey League, and that didn't work out for him. And 3 years later, he came back into Philadelphia. And I remember when he came back that 73-74 season, the first game we had an exhibition game against the Rangers. Quite, they scored 9 goals on him. Exhibition game for Christ's sake. Oh my God! In a period and a half, and I said, "Oh boy!" And that's when they decided to go get Jacques Plante. They needed him to learn teach Bernie the angles, and the rest is history.
Yeah, I know.
We never got our first cup. It wasn't for Bernie. He made saves, and incredible saves to keep us in the games, especially in Boston. When we played Boston in our facility, both in the third and fourth games, we played very well defensively, and we were a very defensive-minded team. We had to be, because we didn't score a lot of goals, and we thought defense would win. And Freddie Sure was right. He says, "We'll keep our zone clean, and we'll take whatever they give us in the offensive zone." And that was Freddie's motto. That's what he wanted. He said, "Boys, keep our zone clean. Get the puck out any way you can. Just get out of our zone. We're not stuck in there." And we used to work on our coming out of our zone. Our practice were about 35 to 40 minutes when we did practice pretty well every day. and we'd spend 30 minutes coming out our own zone. There's 4 ways to come out, and we'd come out very efficiently.
All right, so Joe, I have a question for you here. At 5'10", 120 some odd pounds, as a 180 some odd pounds,
Yeah.
as a defenseman, what was your mindset? What did you use in your mind going into a game?
Well, you know what? I wasn't as big as a lot of the players, so I had to figure out what I was going to do. So what I would do, I would stand by the player when in the defense in front of our net, and try to
Just slash them, don't get caught.
What's that?
Slash them and don't get caught.
No, not slash.
You asked him the question. Let him answer.
I would lift the guy's stick as if I could, and if I couldn't, if I had my stick in my hand, I'd try to get my stick underneath his and lift it so he couldn't deflect it. I couldn't do anything if it hit his skate and goes in the net. Nothing to do with that. But I would stand there and got a lot of guys who were bigger than me, but I had to compensate in some ways. So I would try to lift their stick. If I couldn't lift their stick with my stick, I'd grab their stick as a puck was coming with my hand and lift it up that way. And goalie and the referees are pretty kind to me. They didn't call a lot of penalties like that. I mean, I had to do that because I wasn't as big as a lot of the guys that played.
Was that it? The refs kind of felt bad because you were a little guy. You're like, what? I didn't do anything.
Yeah, right. I remember we played a game. We played against Boston, and this is 1976. George Plimpton, the movie star, whatever he was a big sports guy, and we had an exhibition game against Boston in the Spectrum, and a fight breaks out, and George is a goalie, and Cashman and Paul Holmgren are going at it. So I don't know if you ever heard this story, but anyway, so they get thrown out of the game, and they're up the ramp. Paul goes up the ramp into our dressing room, and Cashman goes up the ramp into their dressing room, and Holman waits at the top and to see him go by, and then he yells and screams at him, and Cashman yells at him and gives him the finger. Next thing you know, Paul's running down the hallway with his skates on. There's sparks flying all over the goddamn place and everything else. and now he gets in their dressing room. He takes Cashman on, and it's crazy. It was crazy what was going on. And other Boston players were in the dressing room. And this was going on, and of course we realized what was going on, so we had to run down there and try to get involved in it too. That's how they put that gate. You ever hear about that gate they put in the old Spectrum? A gate between the 2 dressing rooms?
Yeah. That's why they did it? Because of that?
Wow.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So we have a question from a listener here. Dave Peterson is asking, Joe, what was it like to hear Fred Shiro tell you guys, win today and walk together forever?
Oh boy. Well, you know what? We weren't that smart. We couldn't figure out what he meant by that. I'm just being facetious. No, but you know what? I'll never forget. We played Boston, opened that series in Boston. Now, we had played the Rangers in a real tough series, 7-game series. They beat Chicago, I think, in 5. And they had 7 days to repair, and they were preparing for the Rangers, not the Flyers. Because I thought the Rangers were the best team in the league that year. They were the most talented team, but in a way, we beat them in 7. And then now we have to go to Boston and open up on a Tuesday. We won Sunday afternoon in Philly. So we get to Boston on Monday, and I pick up the Boston Globe, and I see this headlines. This is anticlimactic. Did we just beat a better team to get the finals that we're going to play for the final Stanley Cup? And I looked. I says, who the hell made that statement? It was Freddie Shiro. So I go to Freddie. He says, what the hell are you talking about, Freddie? We haven't beat them in 7 years, they're building. He says, I know, Joe. I know that. But we're not going to show any respect. We're going after them. We're not going to respect any of them. We gave them too much respect, and we play them during the regular season. The playoffs are totally different. And Freddie mentioned it before the first game about this and that, how he wanted to play us. And then I remember the 6th game before we went out and played Boston, 6th game. He came out with the famous saying, win today, walk together forever. And you know what? It's still with us 50 years later.
Yeah, for sure.
It's still with us. It's still with us. We went, we've been to Russia. We were just in Russia 5 years ago. That's when I decided to do a book when I was in Russia and playing hockey. And I could not believe I saw so many people wear Flyer jerseys in Russia, of all places.
Wow.
We went to a place called Kazan, Kazakhstan, St. Petersburg, and Moscow, Red Square in Moscow. And wherever we went, we saw people with Flyer jerseys. Incredible. That goes to show you how popular the Flyers were, even though we're not well liked, but people want to wear their jerseys because of the Broad Street Bullies. No other reason. The Broad
It's
Street
the
Bullies.
hard blue collar work. We don't care. We'll tear you up. We're gonna fight hard. We're gonna work hard, and we're gonna fight. We're gonna get ours.
That's crazy. I would have
Yeah.
never imagined.
Yeah, I
that.
wouldn't have thought that either.
Wow.
But Joe,
Good
yes.
stuff.
So Sean every year at the end of the year puts together a best of show, and I see him writing down a bunch of different like times and minutes and stuff. I think you're going to make it a couple different times on
Yeah,
there.
I put together a compilation clip of a compilation package, I guess, at the end of the year where I, write down moments, and you already have like about 4 moments. then I'm writing down. I'm like, I gotta keep this. This is amazing. That's insane. So
Yeah,
Mike,
I did have.
I'm
sorry, Joe.
sorry for interrupting. But we went to 9 different countries in Europe, and every place we went, we had people wearing Flyer jerseys at hockey games and these tournaments we go.
Yeah.
And I remember when we were in Russia here, I got approached. I was the only guy that played in the 76 game against the Russians, and then played in this series over in Russia where we went there 5 years ago. And I got interviewed so many times by the press over there. And I must say, the women are beautiful over there. The press is
Yes,
beautiful.
they are.
And they were all young girls that want to talk about the Broad Street Bully. I said, well, you weren't even around when the bullies and the Soviet Red Army was playing. I want to know, Mr. Watson, it's ingrained in our history, what happened to our great Soviet Red Army team when you guys dismantled them.
Wow. How about that?
So
Yeah.
that's a common thing to like a common discussion over there.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, they wouldn't They wouldn't come out of the locker room because you guys are beating them up so much. They refused to come out and all that stuff. Like that was crazy.
So that was going to be where I was going with the question. I mean, Fred talked about how you set back, the Russian hockey team 25 years. And, yeah, because of your goal. Yeah. And not only that, but I mean, just walk us through that. Walk us through playing the Red Army, the beforehand, during the game, afterwards, just the whole thing. Like we would love to hear about
we had a practice Saturday afternoon at the Spectrum, eh? And the Russians went out and practiced, and they went out and practiced, and they went through all these gyrations on the ice as, holy Christ, look at these guys, what they're doing with the puck. And we were going to have a full-fledged practice. Well, Freddie changed his mind. He says, I want you guys to go out there and do whatever you want. Just go out there and relax, have a few laughs and everything else. So the Russians are watching us practice, and we weren't doing anything but farting around on the ice. And I think they were somewhat disappointed because they didn't know what the hell was going on. And we were not taking it serious or whatever. But anyway, after the practice, we had a press conference in the Spectrum, the old Blue Line Club. And there was press from all over the world there. And they started introducing the players. And they came to the Russians first. They introduced the players. They got all light applauses. And then they started introducing the Flyers. Well, they come to number 8. Dave Schultz. All of a sudden, we realized what was going on here. The Russians were looking around and trying to find out where this guy was and everything else. Then we knew they were nervous. We knew they were nervous and a little apprehensive and this and that. And so the next day we have Clarence Campbell. They were beating all the top teams in the National League. The Russians were. They were beating all the top teams. They beat Boston, the Rangers. And they tied Montreal, but they beat other teams. They had the Soviet wings over here, and they were beating the teams too. So Clarence Campbell comes into our dressing room before the game, and he says, "Listen, boy, you guys have to uphold the prestige of hockey in North America. You have to win." And we more or less told him to get the hell out of the dressing room because he didn't want to present us. He didn't want to present us the Stanley Cup when we won the damn thing. He was very apprehensive about coming on the ice and giving us a trophy, and he thought we were bad for hockey. The thing about it is, wherever we went, we sold the buildings out. No other team could say that but the Flyers.
Yeah.
And so we were upset about it. But anyway, we started the game, and Freddie says, here's what we're going to do. We're going to show them. They have the Iron Curtain in Russia. We're going to show them the Iron Curtain in North America. And what Freddie had us do, he wanted the defensemen up at center ice when they were coming at us. We try to throw them off stride, try to get in their way, try to block them or whatever. And hopefully we'll knock them off the puck and our forwards will pick up the puck and go the other way. Well, they're coming towards us and we're going the other way. We're going to catch them off guard a lot. because the Russians always played one zone behind each other. So if the puck is at the red line, you're going to be at the zone of the blue line. And that's the way the Russians played. And we realized that. And so anyway, we caught them off guard and we outshot them 49-13. If Tretiak hadn't played well in that game, we would have beat him 10-1. Like I had a goal, I scored a goal, I could have had 3 goals. But anyway, getting back to my goal, we're a shorthanded situation the second period. And there's myself, Tommy Bladen, Don Selesky, and Kinderchuk. And I watched the Russians, so they just taken a shot and goalie made the save. And the Russians are going off and making a line change. They're very slow making the line change. I said, well, hell, I'm going to venture up the ice with Selesky and Kinderchuk. And Kinderchuk makes the pass to Lesky and he shoots the puck. The puck's about 6-8 inches off the ice where he couldn't control the rebound. Because if he shoot it up high, he's got the rebound, he can block it, he can catch it and everything else. Well, he had to use his feet. So Selesky let a nice wrist shot go, and the puck just happened to drop about 10 feet away from him. And I happened to sneak in there and tuck it in between his legs, and that was it. And there's one thing I proved, boys: white man can't jump. I thought I could jump, but I jumped. And that was it.
Awesome.
Well, you scored that goal against that. I mean, a guy that was regarded as the best goalie in the world. So
yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Yep.
Joe, is it true that they didn't want to come back on the ice and they were told if you don't come back on, you ain't getting paid?
Mr. Snyder went down and talked to them and said, listen, boys, you don't come back on the ice, you're not getting your 200,000 rubles. And the Russians came back and we just turned it on them, man. We turned it on. Holy God, man.
1, 2, 3, dominate.
Yeah, really.
But anyway, I scored that goal, and Freddie comes in the dressing room after the game after we win, and we're all excited and everything else. And he says, Joe, by scoring that shorthanded goal, you're going to set the Russian program back 20 years. And you know they still haven't. But I never realized how much of an impact our game made, because 2 days later, we had to go to Kansas City. And we had to.
How long were you drinking after the Russian game?
Yeah, after the Russian game, we had to go there 2 days later. And so Clark and I decided to go. Clark and I were rooming together at the time, and we decided to go to this department store in Kansas City. You know, Kansas City, and maybe they drove they get 8,000-9,000, but when the Flyers showed up, we sold the building up. But anyway, we're in this store, and I was looking to buy something. The guy comes up to Clarky, and I says, "Are you guys the Flyers?" And we said, "Yeah." He says, "I watched that hockey game. I was never so proud of a hockey team in all my life when you guys beat the Russians. Nobody liked the Russians. I felt bad for the Russians, but nobody liked them. But I could not believe it. Somebody in Kansas City recognized us in that town, for Christ's sake, because it wasn't a hockey town. That's for damn sure." But I come out of the dressing room after the game, and I had a little Flyer hat on, and this Russian came out of the dressing room with a Russian Cossack hat. Now he comes over to me, and he sees my hat, and he goes, "Hot, hot, 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 hot." He wants my hat. I says, "Yeah." He says, "Okay, I'll tell you what, I'll give you my hat. You give me your hat." So I got a $250 Russian Cossack hat, which I still have today. And he got a $2 hat. So I won the deal there. I was
Joe,
That's great, Joe.
Joe, just to go back a second, you were talking about your series against Boston, and you talked about how you were roommates with Bobby Orr when you first came up, which I didn't want to not talk about this because it's amazing. Probably one of the it's
top
not
five.
It's not even arguable. He's one of the greatest hockey players of all time.
Oh, yeah.
And you're roommates with him, and you became friends with him. And when you guys faced off against each other. And you guys win, and you're still friends with him. And I heard the story. You offered him champagne, and he kind of turned it down and said, "I don't deserve it."
No.
Like
we had there was adjacent room between the two dressing rooms in the old Spectrum. So I got our trainer to go get him and or tell their trainer to bring him into the room, and he came in there. And we were talking about it, and he's, and I'm not a champagne guy. I drank a lot of beer at that time, but anyway, I said,
It was good.
Yeah, Bubba Louie, good stuff. Bubba Louie, boys. That's the slang for Canadian beer, boys, in Canada.
Oh, there you go.
Bubba Louie.
But anyway, I talked to him, and I told him, he says, you guys wore me out. I said, well, that was the plan. I said, what? That was the plan. To go after you and make you exert your energy because, he was so powerful skater. and strong as a bull and everything else. And we couldn't let him get rambling up the ice, because once he did, he could create a lot of problems. So we would jump on him right away and make go back and get the puck. Every time he touched the puck, we go after him and hit him and get in his way and make him exert his energy. Because in those days, the buildings were very hot. And it was, 90, 95 degrees in the buildings, and that's going to wear you down. So we wore him down. He was dominating the first 3.5 games, and then he ran out of gas. And that's the only reason we beat them, because we controlled him.
Punish him.
Is he the best player you ever played against?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
okay.
I haven't, these guys that play now, my God, these guys are so good now. But Orr would have been as good. Orr would have excelled in this game just like he excelled in our game, because he was so fast and strong. See, the thing about Orr was his hands are up here for stick handling, eh? And then you drop your hands down about 6 inches for passing, and you drop your hands down here for shooting. Well, Orr's hands are always in this position.
Always.
8, 10 inches apart, He had such strong forearms that he could shoot the puck from this position, and the goalie's anticipating the pass. Well, he would shoot it and catch the goalie off guard a lot of times because of position on his hands.
Wow.
So Joe, and
Well ahead of his time.
Yeah, really.
Joe,
Yeah,
in today's hockey, can you name a guy that impresses you and you say, wow, this kid is something else?
Oh boy, there's so many good players today in this game today. Oh my God.
Most
But
of that,
you got to look at the guy in Edmonton and Colorado. In fact, there's a couple guys in Colorado who are very, very good, obviously. But the league is a well-balanced league. Anybody can beat anybody in a given night pretty well now. There's a couple teams that are struggling, but for the most part, it's a well-balanced team. Whereas when we played, there was a lot of weak teams in the league, and we knew we were going to win regardless of what happened. Most of the time we would win, because some of the teams weren't as powerful as our team. And we were a very physical team, and a lot of teams didn't want to play us. They were very apprehensive about coming into the building and playing us. And I can remember Bobby Nyston was a good friend of mine. He used to come to my hockey school, him and Mark Recchi and a couple other guys. And I remember the Islanders coming down 95, and they come over the Walt Whitman Bridge, and they look off the disc to the left-hand side. They see
it was all sides.
The whole bus would shut up because they knew they're going to war. They knew they're going to war. And he'd tell me this all the time. It was intimidating. The fans were intimidating because they're right above you, and the building itself and the Broad Street Bullies were intimidating the teams. Yeah.
Joe, we're still like that. The fans here in Philadelphia, we're still intimidating.
Joe still, he still goes to a lot of the games. He still walks around. He still greets everybody. All the stories I've heard from people who have met you said you're such, you're a wonderful guy, how cordial you are, and how friendly you are. And it is something that's special. When we talked about it earlier about when did they walk together forever.
Yeah,
it is so true, because like so many, you guys are beloved by so many people, even to this day, myself included. I never got to see you play, unfortunately.
Sure.
I never got to see you play, Mike. Gary was only just born,
Yeah,
Ryan too.
But
yet you're still like, we look at highlights, we hear stories. I run into people, I see Bernie at events. I've run into Brian Prop, whatever. And we always refer back to you guys. We always talk.
What? The Bullies are an iconic name, not only here, but all over the world. I want to tell you a story about a guy from Australia in a minute, but in a way, it doesn't matter where you go. Okay, a friend of mine just came back from Prague here about 4 months ago. So he gets in the cab and he starts driving. The cabbie asks him, "Where are you from?" This is incredible. He says, "Where are you from?" "Philadelphia." Guy said, "Home of the Bullies." He says, "What?" "Home of the Broad Street Bullies." And that's Prague. It's goddamn 8,000 miles away. This guy's home of the Bullies, the Broad Street Bullies.
It's world renowned. That's 50 years later. It's insane.
You remember the show came out, the Broad Street Bullies show, or with the Russian game it was. So and it was on HBO, and so anyway, I was flying from Toronto to Vancouver, and I sit down, and a guy sits next to me, and I detected an accent. I thought he's a Brit. I says, "Are you a Brit?" He says, "No, I'm an Aussie." I said, "Oh, are you? Okay." So we're sitting there talking, and the Aussies like beer just like the Canadians do, So we had a few Bubba Louis, and so and the guy says to me, he says, "Well, what do you do?" I says, "Oh, I sell advertising." He says, "Where in Philadelphia?" I says, "Yeah, I sell advertising with the Spectrum and the Flyers." And he's the Flyers, Philadelphia Flyers. I said, "Yeah." He says, "I watched the HBO special. I never watched a game in my life in my hotel room in New York. I was there for 5 days. I watched that HBO special twice." And he says, just became a big Flyer fan. And then he said to me, "Were you in?" I said, "I was in it. Yeah, I was in. I was the guy that talked about my dad and this and that, and how Dad showed up when our first game against Buffalo, unannounced, never told us he was coming. And I get a phone call in the dressing room saying, your dad's on the phone." So I go to answer the phone, and Dad, I says, "It's really nice you're calling to wish us good luck." He says, "Joe, I'm here at the airport." I said, "What do you mean the airport?" "I'm here in Philadelphia, but I have no money." "I have no money." I said, "Holy Christ, Dad, you didn't tell us you're coming." So anyway, Dad shows up. He had a box, and he had this rope tied around his shoulder. And this guy recognized him at the airport, so he gave him a ride to the building. Now I have no ticket, and I got to go to Mr. Snyder and tell Mr. Snyder the situation. Now Dad shows up with overalls, woolen underwear. He had cow shit all over his boots. He was a kind of a farmer. He did a lot of butchering. And so he shows up and he sits with Frank Rizzo and Kate Smith.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God almighty.
What a combination to sit with.
Yeah.
After the
Frank?
game, he comes down the dressing room. He comes in the dressing room and he wishes us, he was all happy and everything else. Give me a big hug, Jimmy and I. And I said, "Dad, you smell, you stink. You got to take your clothes off and get in the shower." So the old man, lo and behold, he takes his clothes off, goes running in the shower, and the guys are in their shower. Then this guy comes in the shower and starts showering with him. So I had to go tell the guys who it was.
Yeah, right. There's some random
Oh,
guy
my
walking
God
out.
that's
almighty, but
funny.
there's so many good stories about Dad.
Oh, my
and
God.
with us, unfortunately.
Frank Rizzo.
You're a crumb creep.
That Frank Rizzo right there.
Kate Smith, yeah.
So,
Kate
Joe-
Smith, yeah.
That's
So,
a great
Joe,
story, man. That's great.
one of the last questions we got for you, Joe. So obviously winning the 2 cups,
Yep.
something you'll never forget. But
Yep.
like kind of outside of it, like what's your favorite memory of playing in this city? Like your favorite memory of just being a Flyer.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you my favorite memory, and maybe I'm being a little selfish about this, but there's 8 seconds to go in the game against Boston. And Orr shoots a puck down towards our net, and it goes by the net. And I was the nearest guy, and I never touched the puck till there was 4 seconds to go. I looked up at the clock. The first guy to me was Wayne Cashman. And so I touched the puck, and of course the referee blows the whistle, but the timekeeper doesn't hear the whistle. So we let the clock run down to 1 second before we realized what was going on. And then, of course, everybody was coming over the boards. The glass wasn't that high at the time, so everybody was coming over the boards. And they would have cleaned the ice, but I was the last guy to touch the puck. You would have thought I would have grabbed the puck, but I didn't think it was over yet. But Terry Chris, the little bastard, he jumped off the bench. He went right for the linesman. He has the puck today, and the damn puck's probably worth $10,000. In fact, the Hockey Hall of Fame want it, and he won't give it up. And I don't blame him. I wouldn't give it up either. But, that was one of my favorite memories because I was the last guy to touch the puck. Yeah.
Well, Chris Pronger still has the puck from the who was it that beat him? Who beat them in the finals?
Oh, the Blackhawks beat the Flyers.
Yeah, the Blackhawks puck.
Chicago.
In
Nobody
2010.
could find that puck.
Yeah, Chris Pronger
Yeah.
took it out of the net.
Yeah. Yeah.
So obviously, Joe, I mean, the main reason why we asked you to come on the show, we love the stories and everything, but of course, your book is called Thundermouth.
I'll tell you what, you sold your book really well today.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, it was called Thundermouth, and before we get into the book itself,
Yeah.
what exactly earned you the name Thundermouth, the nickname Thundermouth?
Well, I was born in way up in northern Canada, and there was people few and far between. There was more wild game running around. There were people, and I was a very boisterous guy. And then I carried that down when I came down to Philadelphia. And I remember Ed Van Nip one night we were playing a game, and the people in the third level could hear me talking on the ice. And so a guy told that to Ed Van Nip, and Ed says, "I'm going to start calling him Thundermouth." And that's where Thundermouth came into play. It was Ed Van Nip gave me that nickname, Thundermouth.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So the book, Like you said when you went to Russia 5 years ago, that's what influenced you to write the book.
Yep.
What was it? What was
Well,
it?
you
What
know
happened?
why? Because we
Yeah.
had Bill Meltzer come. I don't know if you know Bill. He writes for
Bill,
the
yeah.
Flyers.
Yeah,
And-
Bill's
and
great. He's a fantastic writer.
Yeah, he was writing these stories about our team being over in Russia. And we were having a big following of people listening to us and or reading about us while we were over there. And I said to myself, if I ever decide to do a book, I'm going to get him to do it. So a year and a half later, I was contemplating whether I should do it or not. And I talked to a lot of people and they said, well, you got so many great stories, you should do a book. And I kept on getting this in my ear and people were telling me I should do this. And my wife said the same thing. So I said, okay. I woke up Wednesday morning. I phoned Bill Meltzer. I said, Bill, I'd like to do a book. And he says, great. You give us so many good stories and people are going to love these stories. And that here we are today. And that was it. That's what happened.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what it took you 3 years. Would you say now we've had athletes on our show in the past who have written books. We've had other writers. And obviously for a writer, it's easy, right? Like, a writer, that's what they do for a living.
Yeah.
But for some of these athletes who come out and write these books, they said it's one of the hardest things they've ever done. How difficult was this for you? Although you had a writer.
Well, I didn't do the writing. I would tell him the stories, and then he would write down 4 or 5, 6 words, and then would expand for that. He would call me up when he was doing the story about this and that. I had 97 captions of words of sentences and maybe 5 or 6 words in each line. That there was a story involved in these words. And so he would phone me up and ask me about this story and that story. And when we were talking about the book, and I would, recollect, give him some, try for him to remember or talk about what I was going to tell him and everything else. He'd write these words down and then he'd phone me up after he did the story. And I says, yeah, that's right. No, you got to change that a little bit. And that's why we took our time. It took us 3.5 years to do it. That we did it right. And when you look at the book, we have pictures associated with the stories. Whereas you get a book, sometimes most of the books you find now, you have 30 pictures in the middle of the book and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you got to look back and you look at this picture and you see, well, where did this story come from? Where when we did the book, we had the story associated with the book.
That's great.
The picture associated with the story. And
Right.
that's why we did it that way. And I think that's why people
I agree.
have really responded to the book. And I sold 3,000 books in 2 months, and I'm on my other 3,000 right now. I'm selling a lot of books all over, like I said, all over the world, for God's sake.
Nice.
Great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That sounds
Yeah.
like a
But it's
book
Joe
I-
Watson. If anybody's interested, JoeWatsonOfficial.com.
Right.
Absolutely. JoeWatsonOfficial.com. You can find Thundermouth. We got Jay Parr saying great memories of the Flyers winning 2 cups. He remembers watching you play.
Nice.
Dave
Well, maybe-
Peter,
Well, maybe Corner Pub Sports can get an honorary copy.
maybe we
We'll
can.
work something out.
Dave,
No,
Dave Peterson said, what an honor it was listening to your stories as days gone by. Thank you for all that you gave us fans. Just know that Stanley Cup champion Flyers will walk together in Flyers fans' hearts forever.
Oh, isn't that nice?
It's very
So,
nice.
Joe,
Absolutely.
Joe, may I ask one more question?
Yeah.
Has there been a time where you're on the ice, you guys are struggling, and there ends up a fight with the hammer? The hammer's fighting, and he's punching the shit out of someone. You're like,
Yeah.
and it gives the team a boost.
Yeah.
well, yeah, every time, right?
So what's the question?
Doesn't
Yeah,
that happen
what's the
every time?
question?
That was the question. Well, can you remember a time that happened with the
Oh,
hammer?
Jesus. Oh, God. Yeah. You know what? I was assistant captain, eh? So a lot of times when Kelce get out there and start going at her and throwing these haymakers and wailing these guys, oh my God, I'm glad I wasn't getting hit. And Ferdy said, Joe, we got to go get him. We can't afford to lose him for more than 5 minutes. That's it. So I'd go over there and after he stopped, then I'd say, listen, Dave, I was sent out here by the coach to help you out and get you back to the bench or get a 5-minute penalty. That's it. We don't need any more than that. And of course, that was my job. Sometimes that was my job to go and try to settle him down. Sometimes I did have success, and sometimes I didn't because, boy, he could blow his mind very quickly. If he thought he was getting the raw end of the deal by the official, he would blow up quickly. And he'd come in the dressing room after the period, and there was shit flying around and everything else. Oh boy, Kelce would get worked up, man. But I'll tell you, he was very important to our team to win what we did when we did win. We
Feeding off that real quick.
We needed him. We needed him, and he gave us an element we never had before.
That's great.
Yeah, Clark was apparently the one that, was the wiry guy that just kind of like, kept poking guys. And then and every time somebody go after him, their Schultz would just like, nah.
Yeah, you're not going after our captain. We're going to,
That's true.
Sorry, Ryan.
Yeah.
That's true.
No, I was just feeding off that. Obviously you're still involved. You still pay attention to hockey and everything.
Yeah.
Who's the best fighter you ever seen?
Oh my God. The Flyers have had a lot of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know the best, toughest flyer ever? Ben
Tell
Wilson.
us.
Ben Wilson.
Who?
Ben Wilson.
Ben Wilson. Wow.
Wow.
All
He's
right.
a big defenseman, redhead guy. He was about 215, 220. He used to do the uppercut, see? And when you get hit with an uppercut in the jaw, man, oh my, it just jaws your whole thing. Your head jaws. Your head just starts to shake and everything else. But Ben Wilson, to me, he was the toughest flyer ever. And we've had a lot of tough guys.
Yeah.
Dave, Ruby, all these guys, Schultz. But there's nobody tougher than Ben Wilson.
Wow.
Wow. That's not a name I expected.
Yeah,
you to
that's
say.
interesting.
Wow.
Wow. Yo, you're right, dude. His uppercuts. Forget it.
Oh,
Yeah.
He could rattle a guy when he'd be fighting a guy and he'd rattle him up with an uppercut. That's it. Lights out, Scout. That's light. That's it. It's over with.
Yeah, you see that fist hit that chin and that helmet comes off.
It just jars your whole head, jars your mouth, and then right up to your head.
Yeah.
So we know you're not
You
drinking.
talk shit, you get hit.
We know you're not drinking right now for Lent, but one of our listeners here, Mark Polsky, said, when you are drinking, what is
That was going to be our question.
What is your
That's our go-to question.
Yeah, what's your go-to beer?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God almighty. You know what?
A cold one?
I support the people that supported me, and when I was in sales for many years, Labatt's and Molson were big clients of mine.
No.
Yes, there it is.
Yeah,
I knew it.
Labatt's were a big client of mine for years and years and years. And I got a client that's been with the building since 1985. And that is Jack Daniels.
Okay.
Jack Daniels.
All right,
He
well,
was
that's-
in
yeah.
85. My first year in sales, I sold Jack Daniels. I sold to Brown Foreman Jack Daniels package for $85,000, and it just grew in there. And now they've been with us, and now they're all over the National Hockey League. But we were the first facility and team in the National Hockey League to have Jack Daniels in our building. And
Nice.
How
How about that?
Me and Jack Daniels have a
Love-hate relationship.
we got kind of a history, you know what I'm saying?
You're gonna pull Ben Wilson on Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack Daniels could be a little bit of an asshole.
A little bit. Joe, before we let you go,
Yeah.
would you mind doing a show ID for us?
A what?
A show ID. So this is Joe Watson. You're listening to
Oh,
Corner Pub
sure.
Sports. Yeah.
Okay,
that's
tuning into
Corner Pub Sports.
Corner Pub Sports. Hold it.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of isolate it and use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what I did with Lauren Hart. You heard it at the beginning of the show.
Yep.
So
Sure.
yeah, sure. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hey, folks, Joe Watson here. Remember, you want to find out about the Flyers hockey, you go to Corner Pub Sports, and you'll know all about the hockey, the Flyers, and so on and so forth. Great bunch of guys. They're very into hockey, which I really enjoy talking to you guys about it. And good luck in your endeavors, and I know you'll have success. It sounds like you're having a lot of success. 9 years in the business. That's quite a tribute to you guys.
Thank you, Joe.
That's awesome, Joe.
That's awesome.
Appreciate it.
Joe,
I hope I meet you guys one of these days.
Joe, I was going to say the
Yeah.
same thing. I was going to say, like, there's more stories in
Yeah,
you
you know
that
what?
we have not
Why don't
heard
we
about.
get together for some Bubba Louie's one day?
That's what I'm talking about. Like,
Absolutely.
wait till after
That's
Lent,
over.
and then you come back and you come talk to us again.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you're
I
still
will.
local.
I'll talk. Yeah, shit. Yeah, you got my number. Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, you're
Well, we should
local,
get
right?
together and have some Bubba Louie's one day when Lent's over, boys.
All right.
Absolutely. You're still local, right, Joe?
Yeah, I live in media.
Media.
Oh,
Okay,
okay,
yeah.
that's
We
not
have
far.
to. Well,
Do the podcast at my house.
we'll come to your house, and
Yeah.
he's in
Okay.
Delaware County, so yeah.
I'm in Eddystone.
Where you guys all live? Do you live in Delaware County?
So
I'm in Eddystone, right
So-
outside of
Oh,
Ridley.
sure. Okay, sure.
yeah, so he's in Eddystone. We do the show in Langhorne.
But we
Uh,
could do the show at my house.
We can
You
do it
come
wherever.
over.
Yeah, we can do the
Okay.
show wherever.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be
Let's get
absolutely
together.
amazing.
Let's get together. You got my number. You got my phone
Yep.
number or the email, and let's get together. We'll meet after Lent's over. Yeah, come on.
Sounds
Be
great.
careful
Sounds
what
good.
you're asking for, Joe.
Okay, boys. Pleasure.
Joe,
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so
Yeah, the
much.
pleasure's
Joe.
ours,
Wonderful.
man.
Thank you.
This is
See you
great.
again sometime again, okay?
All right, good
sounds
luck.
great.
Thundermouth.
Yeah.
Thank
There we
you.
go.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you so much.
Yeah.
Joe Watson joining the show tonight. That was amazing.
Oh,
Absolutely
that was
amazing.
fun. That was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah,
was.
Joe's a great guy, man. Yeah, that was great.
Yo, give me 5 minutes. Stall on the Eagle stall.
Yeah, sure. That was fun, man.
That was one of our better interviews.
Yeah,
For sure.
I knew that he was going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Well done, brother. Such a down to earth guy, man.
Yeah.
That was fun, man.
Isn't
He
it?
had stories.
Like you can
Stories
hear
after
when we
stories.
asked him a question. He was like, "Wow, okay." He loved
Dude,
hearing it.
you know what? He's heard them all. That was the thing. I was like, fuck. I'm looking through. I'm like, I don't know if there's a question I can ask him that he hasn't heard before.
Yeah.
Right, but he may have never heard the question from four fans. Like, you know what
Maybe
I'm
not.
saying?
Maybe
Yeah.
You know
not.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, he's heard. I mean, but again, though, he won the cup 40, 50 years ago, right? Like,
And he's
been
still
around-
beloved.
He's still
Like,
beloved.
yeah.
He still hangs around the stadium. He still goes to a lot of Flyers games. He's still a huge fan. Before he came on the air with us tonight, before he came on the air,
He was pissed about
he
them
was
losing
pissed about
last
them
night.
losing last night.
Yeah.
He was so mad. That was one thing I wanted to ask him about the direction of the team, but that's all right. We asked. Well,
Well,
next
we'll
time.
ask him next
Next-
time
next
because
time.
apparently we're gonna have him
We're
on
gonna have
again.
next time.
I can't wait.
Yeah. He was great, man. Joe Watson, dude,
Yeah.
a Flyers legend, joining the show. Flyers Hall of Famer 2 times. And you know what's great? We didn't even ask the normal, like, oh, how was the parade? Right?
Right.
Because everyone knows the parade was
parade was
great.
awesome,
Like,
yeah.
I'm not too, everyone knows how great the parade was. Everyone knows how great it was to win the cup twice in this town. Like,
Right.
it was amazing. But was that the last one?
That
was it, dude.
That was
He won the 2 Stanley Cups, and that
Right.
was it. They never won again.
It's crazy.
Dude, so by the way, 86, 96, 2006. So if it was the year 2006 and we were Cowboys fans, it'd be us like gloating about them winning those cups
Right.
in the 70s. In 2006,
Yeah.
the Cowboys fans to this day still gloat about those titles.
Right.
I'm just putting that out.
Yeah.
That's all. I just want to throw it out.
So hold on. I got a good Cowboy story.
I know we're changing subjects here, but
Yeah.
thanks, guys. Thanks, Jay. Thank you, Dave. You guys for chiming
Great
in.
questions.
You
man.
guys chiming
That's
in with the
awesome.
questions. That was fantastic. Dave.
And the comments and stuff.
Yeah, that was awesome.
You guys are the old heads that
Yeah.
kind of can help us out. So I got a client in Dallas.
Mhm.
So I'm coming back off of leave. I'm just kind of getting back into it a little bit. So some of them are Cowboys fans, obviously. Some of them are big Cowboys fans. So last week during the meeting, to end up the meeting, when everything's wrapped up and stuff, and we go through all the stuff, and I'm like, hey, I got one more thing if you guys can hang on for a minute. I press play to the For the Longest Time.
Oh my.
Yeah. And
That's
I was just
awesome.
like, I'm just gonna let this play out for you
Which
guys.
is fantastic.
Yeah. Right. And then this week I go through and it's Wednesday, right? Wednesday around noon. So it's noon
Yeah.
to 1. And I'm sitting there and we're starting out the thing and we're just getting started before like everybody's joining in the meeting. And I talked to the one girl who's probably like the biggest Cowboys fan.
Mm.
I'm like, Brandy.
First,
What-
first, hold on. Let's retract a second. Her name's Brandy.
Yes.
She's got to be hot. Because most Brandies are hot.
All right,
Let's
well,
just be honest, right? Like,
there's actually 2 Brandies on the team.
are they
But
both
anyway.
two hot Brandies? Brandy. Come on. Tell me you've ever met an ugly Brandy.
I hear you. But anyway,
All right.
Um,
Mike's being PC. I get it.
yes.
They're both hot.
But
Big tits.
I asked the Brandy, I asked her, I'm like,
Tight.
I was like, did you go wake Jerry up and let him know that free agency started?
Yeah, really.
And like the whole like the three people that actually understood what I was talking about
Yeah,
started
yeah.
cracking up. And then she's just like, Mike? She's like, that's not funny. And then like the head person joined. She's a Cowboys fan. And she's like, well, what's going on? I was like, well, I just asked somebody to wake Jerry up. And she's like, he's right.
That's awesome. Dude, what the Eagles have done. I know we're changing subjects here. I don't know how we come off talking to Joe Watson and then go right into football, but that's what we're doing because we got a lot to talk about tonight.
Before we get into that, because I don't know how much we're going to talk about it, and these guys aren't here, and well, Gary doesn't care.
Yeah,
Ryan's probably a curmudgeon about it too. My aunt has a nickname for Tobias Harris.
Yeah,
it's Tobias Horrendous.
Tobias Horrendous, that's perfect.
Yes.
What did Mark say? Does Brandy have a good sniffer?
This is why I don't talk about work very often.
I'm going to say I think she does because I've never met an ugly Brandy. Mike's pleading the fifth, and that's good. That's a good move by you.
Yes, it is, and it's always going to be the move that I make when anything that goes around
I can
work.
just tell. I can just tell by Mike's demeanor that Brandy's hot. All right. Dude, Tobias Harris is absolute dog shit. The Sixers are in the toilet. Joel Embiid's nowhere near coming back. I think we pretty much
which is weird, but then I heard something else about like the expectations are still he's coming back. Like
come back by the end of the year he's supposed to be, but it's not anytime soon. All right, so we got that out of the way, which is nice. I think it's time. Let's do it. We have a huge amount of news to bring to you, which you already know. Like, you don't tune into Corner Puff Sports and go, oh, I want to hear some breaking news.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know that happened.
I didn't know that happened.
Hey, do you guys know J.C. Kelce retired? No, we haven't done a show in 2 weeks. But guess what? We're going to play. I just want to make sure we mention this. We're going to play the entire Super Bowl speech to close out the show tonight.
That's not a bad idea.
Kelce's Super Bowl speech.
I like that.
Yeah, I want to close out the show with Kelce's Super Bowl speech.
You would close out the show with the retirement speech, but
no,
it would take up the whole show.
It would take up the whole fucking show. You know what? Speaking of that, goddamn, like I'd never heard a retirement speech go on for an hour.
I have. Peyton Manning went for a while.
Did he?
Yeah. Tom Brady went.
That's because he was trying to think of things off the top of his head.
Yeah, but Tom Brady did not have a 45-minute thing. His was wasn't his on.
It was just soliloquy. It was a fucking Shakespearean. By the way, beware the Ides of March tonight, guys. All right, it's March 15th and St. Patrick's Day. We're drinking Guinness and we're drinking car bombs. We did car bombs right before we had Joe on, and right now I'm drinking some shitty IPA and I'm gonna go back to Guinness.
Should we do another car bomb?
No, we should not.
You sure?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Well,
you guys can. I'm good. I got golf tomorrow.
So what?
I'm golfing tomorrow. No,
you pussy.
If we all do another car bomb,
you're doing
you
a fucking
can't
car
say
bomb.
no.
You're the only one not driving.
You tell me I'm not fucking. Yeah, but
you can't say no.
I just did.
Another car bomb.
Fuck you. You're doing another car bomb if we're doing one.
Yeah, let's set up another car bomb.
Oh, God damn it. Yeah. 2 seconds after we do it, this one over here, Gary. Oh, I really feel that one.
Nah, because he's going to want to talk about the Eagles.
God
Look,
damn
he's
it.
getting all defensive, not on a microphone.
Oh, shit. So Dave Langle got to meet Nick Foles.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I got an autograph at
that's
Nick
awesome.
Foles at the Philly show last weekend. That's
Did you
awesome.
trip over his dick?
Dude, by the way, speaking of the Kelce thing,
Yes.
Kelce asked
his wife.
Kelce asked his wife, "Is it okay if I mention that?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's fine." Meanwhile, she talked out of her fucking belly button because she can't talk over her mouth anymore.
You know, I got to say about the Kelce thing, like it did go on.
It was a little much.
It was a little much, but what was worse? Do it the same way, Mike. What was worse was the way the talk shows in Philly went on and on and on and on and on. Like, he's an all-time great. He might be the greatest Eagle ever.
He didn't thank his mom for getting moist.
But
Yes,
you
Thank
know,
everybody else.
but enough. Like it was 3 days, and then fucking John Ritchie's crying. You were a fucking fullback.
Yeah.
He didn't give a fuck about you.
Jason May said, I just tuned in 2 minutes ago. 3 dick references in counting. Jason, you gotta Jason, I know you're a Pittsburgh fan, but you gotta listen back to the show. The first
Fuck the Penguins.
No, the first 50 minutes of show, dude. Joe Watson was awesome. It was awesome, dude.
Yeah, there's
Awesome
one
interview.
part where he says he hates the Penguins.
Yeah. And he said that Jason May's fag.
Yeah.
Something,
You got to check it out, man.
something on those
About
lines.
32 minutes in.
Yeah, check.
He said Jason Mays takes in the stinky.
Open your mouth wide and take it.
Jason Mays won't get it out.
Got to get it out of the zone.
You know what's great though? You know what's great though with Joe? Like we were, you're going on, you cursing.
You're not
right?
my buddy, guy.
I'm sorry.
No, it was fun. He was laughing. Dude, there was one part early on, he was dying.
Yeah, he was cracking.
I forget what we said.
Gary said something.
You said something early. He was dying, dude. He couldn't even get
Yeah,
together.
he was cracking. Yeah.
I was like, all right, Joe's one of us. He's got, yeah. But did he show his stick? I'll tune right in. Maybe.
Yeah, it had a bunch of gray hair around it and stuff, you know.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Jesus.
You look like you have to take a
That
tip.
aside,
Go on.
that was a great.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, man.
All right. Jesus Christ. Let's move it.
He wants to. Come
Yeah, let's get into the Eagles.
He wants to.
Well,
come
we
to your
are.
house.
We're in the Eagles. We're talking about Kelce. We're talking about
Yeah,
that and how it went on
Chelsea.
too long. However, we've had. Yeah, that. I don't know. It might be more down. No. There's a big bottle. I think there's a big bottle behind there. I think there's a big bottle behind the rum.
This is
Big boy
Right?
did it.
Is that Jameson?
Big boy did it. Big boy did
Right,
it.
right,
Big boy did
right,
it.
right, right.
hide your shit.
Big boy did it.
Big boy did it. Big boy did it. Stop. Pivot. 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 That's what it is. Pivot. Right? It's pivot. Pivot.
Pepe.
Big boy did it.
Pepe.
Big boy did it.
Stop calling for your dog, Jose.
There-
you
There's
fuck.
fucking.
Oh, I
lit-
forgot to ask Joe if he had a dog.
There's literally. There's literally 4 people who get that reference of that fucking big boy did it. Callie might be one of them. Callie is just tuning in. Callie might be the one that gets that reference.
Pepe.
Bye-bye.
He said the guy won it all here, and he's a legend in my opinion. The mic was his, and we will listen to every goddamn word he says. Yes, he was.
You will listen to every goddamn word I have to say.
Dave Peterson said Jason Daniel Kelce is one of the heads on the Eagles Mount Rushmore. Jason May said, "Get ready for QB controversy, boys."
Coming from a Pittsburgh fan, that's funny.
All right, let's
Pick it. Pick it.
All right, so we're gonna
Pick it.
all right. Why don't,
Pick it.
why don't we do that real quick, right? So Kelce, legend. We're like I said, we're gonna close out the show. We were honestly about a month ago. We already kind of did this. All right, with the Kelce thing, we already agreed that he probably surpassed the guy who's hanging behind me, Brian Dawkins, as the most beloved Eagle ever. Right? I think he did.
He might be the greatest Eagle ever, man. But like that argument's there.
I'm not gonna say greatest Eagle ever.
That argument's there.
No, I can't give that to a center. No, I'm not. Because he's
Well,
a center,
exactly.
I can't say he's the best Eagle ever. Most beloved Eagle ever. Yeah, I think he's the most beloved. He's not.
He was the anchor of the best offensive line for 10 years.
Dude,
man.
Reggie White.
I hear you.
He didn't even make a Super Bowl.
Right.
So you're gonna go to good, don't great conversation of this fuck?
What did I do?
We can't hear you. You're on the mic.
What the fuck did I do?
He spent more of his time on
He did not
Green Bay.
spend more
Well,
of his
not more,
time.
but I mean, he won a Super Bowl.
He won a Super Bowl with Green
With
Bay.
Green Bay.
That doesn't make him his
What-
time better
what-
with Green Bay than it was here.
Okay, but what other Eagle competed for the Super Bowl
I get it.
as long as Jason Kelce did?
What
what
Brandon
other-
Graham, Fletcher Cox both did. Both of them went to 2 Super Bowls and both won a Super
That's a
Bowl.
good point. That's a good
but
point.
but I think that All Pro Bowl, like
I'm not
accolades, like-
I'm not disrespecting Jason
Yeah,
Kelce.
right, it's
And
hard
he
to-
might
But he's not the greatest Eagle ever.
Does he have the most Pro Bowls? Does he have the most all? Maybe. I don't know.
I just think it's a conversation to
All
be
right,
had.
fuck it. Let's do car bomb.
Yes.
God damn it! Fucking top of the day to you.
Yeah. Cheers.
Fuck.
Cheers.
Fuck
Cheers.
you.
Cheers. God damn, that's good.
That is good.
I went out a little less Jameson, a little more Bailey's.
That was better. That was better than the first one. It was creamier the way
Yes,
I like it.
Yeah,
Bailey's.
Sean likes some creamy.
The Irish have a problem.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, hold on.
Fucking definitely do, man.
Oh, I got a new sound. I got a new sound clip.
It's so stupid.
I know.
Yo, could you? At this point, though, imagine somebody.
See, hold on. We already got a question. Hold on.
Look, the peanuts are open. I knew it.
Him and Dawkins. Jason Mays said he's not Reggie. Jay Parr said there's no way. It's not even close. He's not Czech Benerick. He plays both sides of the ball.
All right.
Dave Peterson said Kenny Pickett.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. No. That's not what he said.
All right, but to put this all aside,
Dave Peterson was talking about something else.
the Reggie conversation's done
Why?
because he wasn't here long enough.
Yeah.
What? He was here for 8 years.
Okay, it's not long enough.
That's not long enough.
No, it's not. Brian Dawkins is higher than Reggie. Jason Kelce's higher than Reggie.
All right. That's the greatest Eagle ever?
Yes.
Dave Langle said McNabb. Polsky said Ertz. Callie said
McNabb might be above Reggie.
Callie
No.
said Hoying.
Can't go that far.
Jason Mays said, "Oh, this is super drunk show. Wish I knew." Yes, his second car bomb of the night.
Yeah.
Stop forcing my son to drink," said Jay.
Trent Cole might be above Reggie.
Who?
Trent Cole might be above Reggie.
Dude, you're retarded if you're gonna say that. I just used the R word. I just used the R word on you. Trent Cole is not above Reggie White. Dude, I'll guarantee you there's not one person.
How many career sacks does Trent Cole have as an Eagle?
I will look it up, but dude, come on. Trent Cole above Reggie White?
He wasn't here long enough,
Reggie-
dude.
He was here for 8 years.
I don't know if it was 8 years. Was it 8 years?
Trent Cole is a great,
Trent Cole over Reggie White.
That's what he just said. Reggie White.
I'm not
number one.
I'm not calling Trent Cole.
124. Trent Cole had 85.
Right. Jason's saying the best player was Reggie. Yes, Reggie.
Trent Cole played in 30 more games than Reggie White too.
Right,
Still ended up
but that's
50
Reggie had
sacks.
124 sacks as an Eagle.
Yes, he played 121 games.
Reggie White was the best player that the
All right,
Eagles
I
ever
stand.
had.
All right, I'm wrong.
Reggie White was the best player that the Eagles ever had, but
8 years.
the
he
best
Yeah, all right.
Eagle, I don't know.
All right. This could take forever.
Yeah,
this could
right.
Be a nine,
Yeah,
nine
you're
Yeah,
right,
we got
you're right,
we got
you're right.
8,000 things to talk about.
Right,
We're
you're
fucking
right.
going off.
We got to
about
move
this.
on.
So actually, but then Jason says, and this is good. The greatest Steeler ever, without a doubt, is Mean Joe Green. Dude, I got to be honest. That's hard to argue against because, and here's the thing with what Jason's saying. That's the most dominant defensive player ever to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Reggie White was the most dominant player ever to play for the Eagles. Look, I know.
Agreed.
I love
Agreed.
Brian Dawkins. I love,
Agreed.
dude. I fucking
Right.
fucking love the guy. I love him. He wasn't the most dominant defensive player. Reggie White was the most dominant player
Right.
ever to play
Ed-
for the Eagles.
And in that era, Ed Reed might have been better than Brian Dawkins.
And that even is,
Right.
Reggie White
they play different
changed
styles though.
games.
They were
Right,
different
right,
styles
right,
though.
right.
Every was more of a ball hawk. Brian did a lot more of blitzing and because look at his career numbers.
You could look at it so many different ways.
Yeah,
with this.
Ed Reed has him here. Dawkins has him here.
But then you throw Troy
But
Polamalu.
both of them have Troy Polamalu though.
Right.
Both of them have Troy
Right,
Polamalu.
right. So I stand corrected. Like I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Yeah, Red. Yeah.
Hmm.
That's a tough discussion, but
It is. It is.
Again, that's for another day. That's for another day.
Yeah. All right. So, and then Fletcher Cox retired also while we were away the last 2 weeks.
And we were talking about this. Is Fletcher Cox a Hall of Famer?
I think it's no doubt.
I think he's a Hall of Famer.
I think
eventually.
for
think so.
5-6 years he was the best defensive tackle in football, and I said it earlier, like before the show started. He was the first of that like hybrid defensive tackle who like takes over games.
Ooh, you're gonna eat the curdled stuff? What are you
Yeah.
thinking, dude? You can't do that. What the hell's wrong with
Fuck,
you?
that's like drinking curdled milk in your coffee. What the fuck?
He doesn't drink coffee. What the fuck, dude?
It was like ice chips.
What the fuck's the matter with you? Here, you want this? Here.
That was great.
That was disgusting.
Yeah,
It was like
I bet it was.
it was like sucking off a dude with kidney stones.
You got hit with all kinds of chrome and shit.
What the fuck, Sean?
Ugh.
All right, so getting back to like, so Fletcher Cox was the first.
You're completely out of your mind. Send these nuts back because they're fucking terrible.
Jason Mays said Hall of Famer Jason Fletch.
Yeah, I think he's not a first ballot, especially because Aaron Donald retired today.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So Aaron Donald's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Aaron Donald is. Here's the thing. There was talk. This is how dominant Reggie White was. There was talk that, wow, is Aaron Donald better than Reggie White
As a tackle.
as a tackle?
Right.
Right. And which tells you he's the best interior defensive
Right.
lineman ever.
Right. Aaron Donald did things that defensive tackles don't do. But I think that I'm sorry, Gary. But
Bruce Smith,
but
Michael Strahan, Reggie White, Aaron Donald, probably the 4 best linemen.
probably. And to my point, like I think Fletcher Cox kind of created what a defensive tackle can be, and Aaron Donald was the next level. You know, so if you look at it, like I'm gonna reference this to music. So like Korn. Right. So Korn came when Korn came out, the new metal thing, and they changed things. They completely changed things.
Completely changed things.
So like, you know, you got Korn, who was the new metal. That's Fletcher Cox, who started things, and then you got a band. I don't know, like a Marilyn Manson, a Limp Bizkit, who took it to another level. That's Aaron Donald.
Disturbed or Godsmack.
Right. That's Aaron Donald, if you ask me.
Okay. But they weren't better than Korn.
Like Aaron.
No, but just another level of it.
Aaron Donald, Fletcher Cox. You can't compare him.
No, Aaron Donald was way better.
You can't compare them to Reggie White.
No.
Like the football was different.
We're not comparing.
I'm
them to
just
Reggie.
saying. I'm just saying.
It's like comparing my dick to yours.
Yeah, like
There's another dick reference for you, Jason.
yeah, like where are you going?
Yeah, where are you
Where are
going?
you going? I wasn't comparing them two to Reggie.
Well, you said Reggie in the beginning.
No.
Yes, you did.
Dude, did you see the one I sent you?
Yeah.
Where Arnold Schwarzenegger's a seal today?
I'm coming day and night.
Whatever, man.
All right.
All right, let's get into free agency.
Yeah,
let's go.
we had Kelly, neighbor. It's neighbor. The State Farm neighbor is there.
Name one Eagle that was on the team, left, and came back as a Pro Bowler.
What's this?
Name one Eagle defensive player that was on the team, left, came back, and ended up a Pro Bowler.
Jeremiah Trotter.
No.
Yeah, he was.
Jason Babin.
They never. No.
Yes.
No.
Jason Babin never left and came back.
Yes, he did. Look it up.
Nobody did.
No,
Yes, he did.
he was.
Yes, he did.
But
Look it
Jason
up.
Babin left and came back.
Yes, I think the Eagles actually drafted him.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And then he went to Tennessee, lit it up, came back, but
Yeah, he was the only 10 you saw.
so did Jeremiah Trotter.
He didn't end up in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, he did. He left, went to Washington.
No,
It wasn't the same. Came back in Jim Johnson's system, and then went to a Pro Bowl.
I don't think he did.
God damn, he did.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
no. So he wasn't drafted. He was drafted by Houston. I knew that. And he came here in 2009, left, came back in 2011, and played for 2 years.
Yeah.
But dude, that dude was a fucking. I was not.
What a
fan.
nutcase.
I was not a fan. Remember when the bird shit on him? And he
Oh my God.
carried on. Anyway, let's all get together. Everybody, raise your glasses. Raise your glasses.
Now, everybody.
Everybody get together and try and love one another. Right now, raise your glasses because we got Saquon Barkley. This is a raise your glasses as a fuck you to New York.
How about that?
A fuck you to New York.
How about that?
They are.
Mike, grab me 3 ice cubes. No, he comes down with a slice of pizza though.
He just had hip surgery. The fuck?
He was 1 step down.
He was 1 step closer, like fucking. What's his
One
face?
step closer to the edge. I'm about to break.
Like he's fucking strong.
That's Mike's hip. I'm about to break.
As long as he's about to hang himself.
Who cares? Just bring me some ice.
Fucking
Fuck.
do a little Chester action.
Chester, John Molester, Chester, John
I was
Molester.
about to do that.
Where'd you find that?
They give your
I'm
balls
not
a
the
ton,
one
you
who's
so
so
far
far
away.
away when I feel the snake bite.
Who's fucking Godsmack? What is that? Oh, Godsmack, smack him. I don't know.
Oh, they extended Dickerson too, by the way.
How about if you get a little taste of Landon Dickerson coming right down your throat?
Landon Dickerson's an Eagle for next few years. So good.
Record-setting contract for him.
Yeah. Dude,
Well, yeah, for guards. Yes.
Dude, I love. Did you see? Like, what are you gonna spend your money on? He goes, a zero-turn mower.
Did you see when he came into the interview? He's wearing fucking overalls.
Yeah. They showed his lawn. He's like, now you know why I need a zero-turn. Fucking. He goes, I pay attention to his stripes. He's got stripes all across his lawn. Dude, great. Like, I love it, dude. That's great. They look. So, Eagles are taking care of their own, right? They got the punter, got the kicker. Taking care of
Speaking
Dickerson.
of kicker, they are kicking the can down the road ridiculously.
They are. The cap space is unlimited for the next few years. But let's get at it. The big signing, obviously, there's so much to get into. But Saquon Barkley becoming a Philadelphia Eagle. Eagles get the top running back on the market.
That's a great signing. It's phenomenal, but
Don't give me a butt yet. Hold on. No butt yet. Nope. No, I don't want the butt yet. I know you.
There is a butt.
I know there is a butt.
Absolutely.
Big butts cannot lie. We're gonna wait a second. Let's
Other
just
brothers can't deny.
relish in the fact that we have one of the top running backs in the league now a part of this offense. Hold on.
Yeah, that offense is going to be wicked.
Check out cornerpubsports.net. There's an article as to why the Eagles went after someone like Saquon Barkley as opposed to keeping someone like DeAndre Swift, who I loved. Big factor. 2 things. Play action, okay, and blitz package.
He's a 3-down
Pass protection.
Pass
right.
protection.
He's a 3-down back. You don't
Swift
have to
is
take him
not
off
like
the
that.
field. They're probably, for the first time in a while, only going to have 3 backs because
fucking Jason.
because Kenny Gainwell's probably only going to be on the field for 10 to 15 plays as long as Saquon's healthy, because you don't have to take him off the field.
Jason.
He can pick up a blitz. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He can run between the tackles. He
Right.
can run outside. He's everything you want in a running back.
Right.
He
Defending
is
team.
everything you want. He
Is
is everything you need. He is everything inside of you that you wish you could be. He says all the right things and
Fucking
exactly the right times.
Fucking vertical. And he said the right thing yesterday at
He
the
did.
press conference.
Jason Mays said Pickens to Barkley, baby.
See, this is the problem. Fucking Pickens gets traded today. And fucking Jason Mays is like, dude, I can't wait.
He said, inside of you. Polsky said, hopefully our coaches will acknowledge that talent. Run the damn ball. They will. Kellen Moore is the other factor. Now give me your butts.
All right.
It's
All right. So
I don't have a negative butt.
I do.
Positive butt.
All right. I do. I
Oh,
do.
God.
You're Jimmy Neutron.
Right. So I do. So
I'm just doing the neutron dance.
So I want to preface this by saying I am not upset that Saquon Barkley is an Eagle.
Right.
So understand that. I just don't understand the process. What was the Eagles' biggest problem last year? Biggest problem.
Yeah, it was covered.
Pack-
It
On
was linebacker
defense up the middle of the field.
And pass protection.
Yeah.
When was the last time that linebacker was seriously addressed with this team? Can you tell me the linebackers from the team that won the Super Bowl in 2017?
That's actually a good question. I'm trying to remember.
I can't.
What's this? The last time that
Yeah.
No, in 2017
Hill,
when they won the
Grugier
Super Bowl.
Hill.
Who were the linebackers?
Grugier Hill was one.
Crew jail.
Uh,
Where's he at now?
yeah, it's a good question. I don't fucking
So,
know.
so do you remember when they signed Malcolm Jenkins?
Yeah.
Right? It
Yeah.
was the first time they addressed that position since Brian Dawkins retired.
And you-
Yes,
and you
but
hated it.
hold on, but
Brian hated it.
All right, but
Hold
that's
on,
besides
but
the point.
he was the 30th ranked lowest.
Exactly.
Whatever. This
Exactly. That's why I hated it. Exactly.
Because
So-
it was
there
who
was two other guys.
No, who-
Jarius Bird.
yeah, Bird and
Bird.
the other one went to the Saints.
The
I forget what his
Oh,
name.
Bird and the Bills on the other one.
Bill's
right.
on the other one. Yeah.
Bills
Right.
on the other, whoever that was.
Right. So when Malcolm Jenkins was signed, he became an unbelievable player with the Eagles. He wasn't that player with New Orleans. That's why I hated it.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, it's the same thing. They haven't addressed this position, linebacker, since Jeremiah Trotter.
But they
And you
kinda
know
tried to.
how they try to, Mike, with Alex
It could-
Singleton,
it could be-
Kaiser White, and
No, I'm
Zach
talking this
Cunningham.
year.
Could be Dean.
Well, they tried to. Yeah,
And
N'Kobe
who'd
Dean.
you say?
The guy they got this year. What's his name?
Devin White,
Devin White.
the guy who ranks last against pass,
The guy who
against
was
rush defense.
the guy
in his
who was
career.
the 5th overall pick.
But he
That's
ranks,
like a freak
but-
athlete.
but for the last 4 years, he ranks last against run defense.
All right, but is he going to be able to cover the middle if he's a freak athlete?
I don't know. Do you know who could? Who you would know?
Cunt Jones Jr.
Patrick Queen.
Or Cunt
Okay,
Jones
but
Jr.
there's only
But
one
he's
Patrick Queen
gone.
out there.
Okay, so why did you prioritize a running back before a major need? That's where I'm confused.
Because that's
Or a
style.
running-
Did you
a
build
run-
on strength? Maybe I don't know.
But
That's-
a running back wasn't a major need here.
that style of running back does open up so much
But-
stuff.
Right, you
Yeah.
want to jump back here?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, come on. What are you gonna say? Go ahead, say what you're gonna say.
but
Because I just farted.
but
It might
honest-
stink a second.
honestly,
Yeah.
you cannot tell me that running back was a major need here.
Well, obviously it was.
Yeah, I mean, the Eagles prioritized it. They're smarter than us. Kellen Moore's here. They prioritized it. There is the potential that with Barkley, they're going to be able to control the clock more. They're going to dominate the time of possession. They're going to keep the defense fresh. They're going to keep the defensive line, that's their biggest asset, fresh, to be able to attack them, to make some of their weaknesses not as big of a weakness.
So the defense is going to get better by signing Saquon Barkley.
Yes. In a way, if you control the clock, if you control the offense, if you control the time of possession, you keep your defense off and keep them more fresh. The best offenses could be a good defense. Or the best defense could be a good offense.
I'm confused with it.
I mean,
I'm
I
confused
get
with
your
it.
confusion. I get where I get your confusion. They've never valued the position.
And they did.
There's only one Patrick Queen. I get that. But
but there were even other ones out there. Like you could have went to a second tier after Patrick Queen.
I thought that White's kind of in that second tier.
I don't.
White's not a bad signing.
I'm not saying it's a bad signing, but what I'm saying is you're addressing this position with a guy who ranks last against run defense, which is what you need from your linebacker. So I just feel like you're taking a chance again.
I agree.
Like you did with Zach Cunningham, like you did with Kaiser White.
You also did it with the guy that's at Chicago now.
TJ Edwards was a guy they developed and they let go. They should have re-signed him. They
should have re-signed him. He did get paid.
Right, but he got like $8 million. Like I mean, you developed him. Like he was turning into a good linebacker.
He got more than 8, I thought. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Right. I just
no, like look,
my fear is so you got Devin White. Devin White, when he came out and his rookie year, the year after when Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl, he was a good linebacker.
Right.
Struggled against the run his whole career. So my fear is you got Devin White, and I think they're going to wind up taking Jeremiah Trotter Jr. way too early. And boom. There,
if they don't,
position's
fixed. If they don't value the linebacker, why would you think they would take one in the first round?
Because his last name's Trotter.
They're not taking a lot.
I think they take him in. I think they take him in the second round. Jeremiah Trotter Jr.
All right. Well, in the second round, that's not that terrible value.
It is.
He's maybe a third
is.
rounder.
They're picking at 22. He's a third round pick. He's a third round talent
in the second round.
Right. So you would take him at 44 when he should only be he should be 66.
Well, no, I mean you're taking him at like 54 when he'd be 66.
Right. So,
all right, so it's 12. It's not.
There's no guarantee.
Outlandish.
There's no guarantee in the draft. There's just not.
I don't think it's a terrible reach.
But there's more of a guarantee with a proven guy that you could have signed.
We have
all said in the past, like 5 years.
We don't know what they're going to do.
If you feel that's your guy, go get him.
But okay, but yeah, I get that the name and this and that, and I get that that's. We as fans are probably more enamored with the name than they are. The scouts that are analyzing it don't give a shit about the name as much as we do.
I disagree with that.
Really?
I disagree with that. I think that if he's there in the second round, they're taking Trotter Jr.
Because I think there's another. There's only one linebacker that's ranked higher than him.
I got breaking news.
I don't think it'll matter. I think they take Trotter Jr.
Let's hear it.
You guys remember Ecto One?
Ecto One.
Yeah, remember Ecto One, the high C drink, high C Ecto One.
Oh yeah,
the one with the green
Ecto
goblin.
Cooler.
Have you ever had a poop that looked like that?
What was it? Green,
dude. What the fuck was that?
I've had a green shit.
In my life, I was like, what the? Why does it look like?
I've never had a shit that took that little time.
Yeah, how'd you shit so quick?
My asshole's wide open for my baseball coach. It just falls out.
Oh, give me your lighter.
Like it just falls out. Yeah,
it just.
Yeah.
There's no grunt. There's no groan.
Nah, there's no strain. There's no strain. Just
You're never.
Out.
Thanks, Jay. Thanks, Jay, for being there.
That's like Paris.
Thanks, Jay.
It's like Paris Hilton's pussy. Just falls the fuck out.
You have to like when there's a guy coming right in your face and he just sits in there and delivers it.
That's right.
Really well.
That's right.
What have we got here? A fucking comedian.
Those are both spot on.
What the fuck is that?
You get your dick and your pussy all covered.
All right, so what are you guys talking about? I'm sorry.
He Ryan is hell bent on he's knows for 100% fact that they're taking Jeremiah Trotter Jr. in the second round.
I think they do.
I think they do.
Yeah, I think they do.
And
I
think
and he's saying it's a terrible reach, and
it is a terrible reach. He's a third round talent at best. He's not his father.
No, he's probably more athletic than his father. He doesn't have the size.
Right.
But they have Dean, and they got White.
Yeah, their linebacking room.
I understand
Come on
Dean.
with Dean.
I hear you, but you
Hold on,
can't give
why
up
though?
on him yet.
You can't give up on him yet.
But
you didn't get to see a lot of them yet.
Because he can't stay
It
home.
doesn't matter if he has a glass jaw. You don't know. Oh, hold on. You know what? Go upstairs.
Yeah, hold on. You know what? Go ahead.
Like, I'm not gonna ask him a question when he's
Yeah, but
fucking
you can-
halfway
yeah,
up the
he's-
steps.
yeah.
Who's gonna do? Argue off the mic like he does every other show? Hey, fuck you!
All right, so I'm not.
Fuck you!
So I'm not giving up on Dean. I just have no confidence in him. None.
Wait, how did?
None?
What is the definition
None.
of giving up on somebody if you have no confidence? I'm not giving up on him, but I have no confidence.
Okay,
true.
so I'm giving up on him.
It's so weird back here. It feels different.
Yeah, it's different.
No, but it's more of a bar feel.
You're a crumb
Yes.
creep.
Like this back here is so much different than there. Rye, would you agree?
Everyone
Oh, yeah,
in
this
this
is-
room
Like this
is
feels.
now dumber.
This here
You're a patron. You're not the bartender.
now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't shut me up.
It's so different. Yeah. It's so different on this side.
Is that my daughter in there?
Oh, you know he's gonna
No,
play
that's
that
his son. That's his son. All right. So, what else? What do we got going on? Other moves.
So I was just saying I was confused on the prioritizing a running back.
No, okay, I get it. I mean, you're not wrong. But at the same time, you see McKinley get $17 million a year from the Giants as a safety, which is insanity
Yeah.
because the Eagles were all in. Apparently, all in. That's all you heard is Barkley and McKinley are the two targets. Well, guess what? I'm glad they didn't sign McKinley for
Nah,
$17 million a year.
That's too much.
I'm so much happier they got CJ Gardner-Johnson back, who, by the way, I had to revise something in my book.
You revised something in your book?
Because
No. What's this because shit?
because he called us obnoxious. I had a whole fucking thing about it.
Good. Keep it. How do
I
you
kinda
take
agree.
it out?
I kind of agree with Mike. You should have just left it in there. Like
You could add an
circumstances-
asterisk at the end of it and then say, side note, he's back and he
and
apologized.
he's sorry and he's not a dick.
And we're happy to have him back.
He is a dick. He is a dick, though.
But we're happy to have him back.
We're happy to have him back. He's the fucking.
You leave it in there with the asterisks.
He's the Ty Domi of the fucking Eagles. Like,
No, Ty Domi was beloved by the team that's.
How
But he
about if you
played-
get a little taste of Landon Dickerson?
if Matthew
right down your
Barnaby
throat.
played for the fucking Flyers,
I love him.
right?
Yeah.
But when you're not with, he's a fucking dickhead.
I'd fucking hate him.
And that's what happened with CJ Gardner-Johnson.
We had Keith Jones.
I'm sorry, we had a conversation off the air. Yeah. So we've had conversations off the air about CJ Gardner-Johnson, which we're not going to repeat, that weren't
Well,
that
I'm-
pleasant.
Yeah, but it's implied with what. Anyway, but moving on. I was not involved in this conversation. Whatever the case is, you got to leave it in. You got to leave it in, and you leave a side note asterisk.
Bend over, Mike.
Yeah, leave it in. Leave it in. I agree, though. You should leave that section in.
All right, maybe I will.
Oh shit! I got a slice of pizza.
Yeah, it's a areola supply.
Where's my lighter? Where's my lighter?
Oh, it's in my pocket.
This motherfucker. I'll end up without a lighter.
I've got something in my pocket for you. Why don't you reach in and grab it?
My old
See
man was
what
known
it
for
is.
stealing lighters. When he smoked,
What the fuck is that?
Remember
I
that?
don't know. What do you-
Remember that when Butters was taking a piss?
Oh!
When he's tap dancing, he goes, "I've got something." He goes, I've got something in my pocket for you. Why don't you reach in and see what it is? And he's tap dancing, and then kicks it, hits the light, kicks the light, and kills all the people.
It's happening again.
No!
apparently you're getting booed for your story.
Your thing was down.
Yeah, it was really loud.
It's loud as fuck now. I turned it up.
Anyway, all right. So what else we got? Like we're talking free agents, or what are we getting into?
Yeah. I didn't write a thing down because I figured we all know off the top of our
Yeah,
heads. So Saquon, right?
Yeah, and apparently the Eagles are still in.
What about Bryce Huff, guys?
I like it.
Yeah,
like
what's not like
That
what's
was the
not to like
first
about that?
signing. That was the Eagles'
Yeah.
first signing. Was Bryce Huff?
You're banking on his potential. He's still young.
Yes, they are.
I hope it pans out, but I like the signing. I like going and getting a guy when he could be coming into his prime. He was.
Do you like it even more to the fact they're keeping Josh Sweat?
I do.
Yeah, me too. So I was like, fuck, man.
They're probably losing Reddick now, but they're not losing both.
They're not getting, they don't have to lose Reddick right now, though.
Like, you don't have to sign him. I don't think he'd be a guy that would hold out.
Yeah, all right.
Just make him play the contract.
Yeah, I don't think Reddick's. They don't have to trade.
That's
Reddick.
true. I mean,
Like,
unless it's a
but I
great deal
would-
that they get
but
blown
I-
away by.
But I would totally trade Hassan Reddick and a
That's a good deal.
package for Pat Surtain.
Yes, I would.
Absolutely.
Even though your cornerbacks are Slay and Isaiah Rodgers and Bradbury and Ringo.
I don't care. I'd cut one of them.
Right?
and
No,
they
that's
need
what I'm
the
saying.
money.
Like, that's, to get Surtain, to get, say, Slay and Surtain and then Rodgers and Surtain next year. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'd be okay with that.
Yep.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all.
I would package Reddick and probably a first for Surtain. I don't know if Denver would take Reddick. He's an aging player. Like, if they're trading Surtain, they're probably rebuilding.
I wouldn't give up the first.
They're
Would you give up
already
the first for
rebuilding.
Surtain?
Absolutely. A proven corner. One of the best corners in the league.
Got
A
time.
first, though?
I'd give up
Wait, a
22.
first and Reddick? You don't have to give it first and Reddick for him.
You might,
No, that's too much. I think that's too much. Reddick has double digits assassin the last 4 years. Like,
but he's also 30 years old, 31 years old. Like,
Yeah, so is TJ Watt.
eh.
seriously comparing Reddick to TJ Watt.
Saying they're the same age.
One has an injury history and one doesn't.
That's a good point. But TJ Watt, like, literally changes games.
I hear you.
Reddick did. 2
But
years
TJ
ago.
Watt's like, nobody's worried about him being 30 years old when he's signing like
good
this huge
point.
contract.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
But I would
Caller's got a point.
have no problem trading our first for Surtain.
All right.
Yeah, at 22nd overall.
Now
Look,
the
here's a
cornerback, the draft for the cornerbacks is stacked to where you're probably not going to get Surtain, but you're going to
That's
get somebody
actually
a dollar
true.
controlled
That's
guy
true.
for 4 years.
At 22 overall,
You take him
or
you-
even second round over. Yeah, that's actually a good point. You
Yeah.
don't have to. Yeah,
and if you take him at 22, you control him for 5 years. So
Right.
yeah. So they're probably not doing that then. They're probably just going to draft.
Yeah.
They got to go heavy defense, dude. Like
They
in the
have
draft.
to.
Look, we only got.
I know that this is a great
We only have
offensive
3
tackle
shows.
draft, but you can't take a tackle yet.
if there's one there in the third, I think the first 2 picks should.
No, I'm talking about everybody's talking about the first round. There's great
No,
tackles.
I
It's
don't,
like
no,
I'm like
you'll
you're-
get one. You can get one. You can get one, man.
I don't think do you find Lane Johnson's replacement in the 3rd round?
You can. You got to remember.
Maybe.
I don't know how much longer he's here, but you got to. Jeff Stoutland can turn anybody into a good lineman.
He's got the track record for it.
Right. So I think they're banking on that. Like,
And
you
in
got-
the draft, the Eagles build the trenches.
Well, that's
Right.
what I'm saying. But we're not like there's talk of this being a great offensive tackle draft. There's talk of like Johnson's replacement being here, but you can't do it this year. It's too. You're keeping him for unless this is his last year.
That first pick, they're in the first round. They're going offensive line.
I don't
I
think
don't.
so.
No way.
Yes, they
No
are.
way.
Yeah, they are.
You know what?
But if they
They
do, this is Lane Johnson's last year.
Yeah, I agree. Like, there's no need
They're-
to
they're
do
like
it
you
yet.
can't sign a tackle and then have them in the first round and then or draft the tackle in the first round and have them sit 2 years.
Right.
You can't.
Right.
Maybe 1 year, but you can't do it too. Now I get that you'd lose a shit ton of salary losing Lane Johnson's. Maybe not now, but eventually because he's probably back owed because
I
How
mean,
it
does
kicks the
the
depth.
off season
Yeah.
off season not show you what they're going to do? Like they're building the offense. They're going to pick offensive line.
they only
They're gonna pick
only
it-
signed one guy in the offense.
They extended the Dickerson too.
Well, yeah, of course
Yeah,
they
extended the
Dickerson's-
Dickerson.
Yeah, that's a homegrown guy.
and he's coming in. This is his first contract.
He's the
extension.
highest paid player in that position.
I understand,
Right,
but he's 23 or something.
Right.
They're going offensive line in the first round.
Okay, then they're getting rid of Lane Johnson.
Then Lane Johnson's going after this year.
So be it.
Nah.
So be it. Lane Johnson's
Lane
a
Johnson's
freaking
got,
stud.
Right. He's got 4 years left in him.
All right, well, whatever. I just my opinion. They're going offensive line in the first round.
So you're okay with them drafting a replacement for Lane Johnson? Or you're not saying you're okay, but you're thinking that that's what they're thinking.
Yeah, they got to do it sooner or later, and this draft is heavy
I
for
hear
that
you,
position.
but you can't draft a guy and have him sit 4 years while Lane Johnson's
He's
still
not going to
excelling.
sit 4 years. He's going to sit this season, and next year he's going to be his time. And
All
then
right, so you say
Lane
good-
Johnson's gone.
I mean, it frees up cap, but man, that's you want to like.
Lane Johnson's one of them Eagles that's not putting on another uniform. He's got 4 years left in him. I don't think there's any way they go offensive line in the first round.
I kind of like. I think it'd be a mistake.
I agree. I think they go defense. I think they go either secondary player or
fucking car bombs.
They could go wide receiver.
no, I don't think so.
So-
not,
so
not with Devontae,
Devontae-
AJ Brown,
Devon-
and they just signed Devontae Parker.
Parker.
Devontae Parker's not.
He's a
the
third. He's a
answer.
3.
He's your slot receiver.
He's a slot
It-
receiver.
maybe he's not even guaranteed to be the slot receiver.
I don't think they take a receiver in the first round.
Dude's got-
I think they go defense.
Parker's still got speed.
I think it's Kool-Aid from fucking Alabama.
Okay,
That's what I keep hearing too.
and then there's some Iowa kid, Deshaun.
Yeah.
Deshaun Mustard.
Deshaun Mustard.
Oh, he's out there. Yeah,
Deshaun
you
Mustard.
gotta get
Deshaun
Deshaun
Mustard.
Mustard.
Yeah, Deshaun
Just
Mustard.
because of his name, you have to sign him.
You
You
can
have
only
to draft him.
you can only put him on a hot dog though.
It's Cunt Jones.
Cunt Jones.
No, Cunt Jones Jr.
Well, Cox is now beat from the NFL.
Yeah.
Hey, Isaac, while you're back there, why don't you give me a beer?
You old fat bitch! You fat bitch!
The timing.
He told you to get your own beer.
Oh, he's going to give me a beer.
Yeah, so I went to hit on the Devontae Parker thing. So like because that was the other big signing, right? And then of course, CJ Gardner-Johnson, which you already talked about. Are you guys, by the way, you guys good? You guys good with CJ?
Yes,
We all forgiven? We
I
all
like-
forgiven?
I forgive him.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
It was a mistake letting him walk.
I gotta-
Again, he's a guy he's going to miss some tackles. He's going to make some boneheaded plays.
He's
But
talking about the fact that he talks shit.
I don't care.
He's going to call his car insurance because somebody stole his car.
Probably, but he's going to have 6-7 picks. He's going to make some plays. Like
He's a gritty.
He's
He's
gonna
a
miss-
Philly guy.
he's going to miss 3 games, 4 games, and he's going to bring a swagger
You
to
know
the
what?
defense.
Can I be honest with you guys?
He's Ryan. He's Ryan. He's a Philly guy that gets emotional and chirps, and then it's like, I'm sorry.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Here's a guy.
I didn't mean it.
Yeah.
Here's a guy.
Fuck you!
Yeah.
I'm sorry. All right, so here,
Reggie sucked. No, I was wrong.
What do you mean?
Reggie White was Reggie White was overrated. 124 sacks.
Yeah, I was wrong.
I apologize.
I didn't realize he had that many.
Yo, his apology was the weakest apology ever. He's like, yeah, I said some things. My bad. All right, so moving on.
I just got paid though.
Yeah.
Yo.
I'm happy
So-
to be back.
So
You're all
I
right.
love it here.
Yeah,
I
you're
love
all right.
it here.
I gotta be honest, like the CJ thing, like, so I was so tuned in. So I'm working, right? And what was free agency? Monday?
Monday, yeah.
That was legal tampering.
Well, no, that's what I mean. Like, so Monday, and then Tuesday was when the news about CJ Gardner-Johnson started coming out. And I started not feeling well and shit. I was at work. I wasn't feeling well.
He's got
Right.
the runs.
Right. I hadn't known that.
Was it green?
No, it was tonight.
Oh.
That was fucking weird. Where did that come from? I had
You
no
never
idea.
had a green shit?
No. Where the fuck did that come from?
Was it,
What am I eating? Plants?
No, it's actually a common thing. It's a version of diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
Cha-cha-cha.
Diarrhea.
Is it an infection thing or something?
No, it's just diarrhea.
I'm not diarrhea. What the fuck? That was weird.
Look, he's all fucked up because he shits once a week and it was green.
That's quite a bit this week.
When you look in this guy,
I was
you get
sick though.
something in your
Like I
eye,
got sick this
diarrhea.
week.
Now he won't shit for 3 weeks.
Yeah, no,
That's not good.
sew it. I'm gonna sew it shut.
What the fuck is so your asshole closes?
And keep feeding you and feeding you and feeding you. Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with. So
M-E-T-H-O-D, man. M-E-T-H-O-D,
man. So
I'm gonna lay your nuts on the dresser, just your nuts, and I'm gonna hit that shit with a spiked fucking bat, yo.
Mm-hmm.
There's something wrong with that boy.
I'm watching Narcos. This is the type of shit that I'm like watching.
Look at him. You don't know what. All right. So
Stab that shit with a rusty
That is
screwdriver.
So
It's gonna be a 3-hour fucking show.
oh, it is. We knew that.
Yo, Matt, where my mixtape at? Yo, you know, niggas came through with 40s and blunts. What that got to do with my mixtape?
Why is it talking about green shit? Hold on. Where were we talking about that?
Like-
right before that. Right before that. Hold on. God damn it. CJ Gardner-Johnson, green shit. What were we talking about?
Oh,
Well,
Dave
you were
Peters.
talking about
Dave-
how somehow CJ Gardner Johnson got your stomach upset.
Dave
Oh.
Peterson said a green shit means you have high iron.
Oh.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
All right.
Dr. Dave Peterson.
All right.
Dave's the jack of all trades.
That dude, I turned around. I was like,
Jason Mays says the car bombs have hit target. Bombs away, boys.
I literally turned around and went, "What the fuck? Why is there an Ecto 1 in my bathtub? In my
Fucking
bathroom?
Slimer.
Yeah, fucking Slimer.
We've been through this. Why the fuck did CJ Johnson make your
I
fucking
know
stomach
why.
turn?
No, he didn't. No.
He blew Oscar to ground.
No. So, that's me. That's me when I looked in the toilet. No, but I turned her. No. So Tuesday, I was starting to not feel well.
Don't shut me up.
I wasn't feeling well.
Oh,
You know?
obviously, you shit green.
No. So it's before all that, right? I'm like, fuck, man, something don't feel right. But yet, I kept looking at my phone. I'm working, right? I keep looking at my phone,
I got a shit.
Refreshing.
No, I keep refreshing because I'm like, I'm more excited about them getting a fucking safety than it was about Saquon. So I'm like, they're going to get Saquon. I know they're going to get Saquon. But yeah, CJ Gardner-Johnson, I'm like, oh, fuck, don't sign anywhere else. Don't sign. Why? Right? Why was that?
It's more of a need.
Why was I more excited? Right, exactly. I was more excited about them getting a safety, a player of need, a player position of need.
It's true.
Fucking asshole.
Than it was about a running back.
Well, because you know that running backs aren't as valued,
Right.
and you knew that they would figure something out with a running back.
And I
It'd be
think that-
harder to replace.
And I think that was the thing. I think I was more worried about them getting a safety than I was about them getting a running back. Now you know how I feel every fucking week behind that. Every time I see something, should I push this? Should I not? Should I push this?
Yeah, no. You see, the difference is Ryan doesn't think; he just pushes.
Yeah.
All right, so Dave Peterson, green stool.
When you're supposed to show the comments, what the fuck? Worst producer ever.
All right, green stool. When your feces look green. What the fuck? I can't see it when it's on the screen.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
When your feces look green, it's usually the result of something you ate, such as spinach. Certain medications or iron supplements can also turn green stool. Thanks, Dave. You're the best, man.
Oh my God.
I have no idea.
Chopper broccoli.
Chopper broccoli. Chopper broccoli. Chopper. Chopper. What the fuck? All right, moving on. Moving on up.
I stuck my big
That's why it's green.
Johnson
All right, so
right down his goddamn.
did we hit on all the Eagles free agent moves?
No.
No. We
What
talked
other
about
ones?
CJ and fucking Devin White.
And Barkley
And poop.
And poop.
No, listen.
and Huff. Who didn't we talk about?
No, we did.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I guess we covered
What
him.
about Mr.
No.
Oh, wait. Zach fucking Bond.
Oh, yeah. That guy
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
All right.
Him, Devin White, and Jeremiah Trotter Jr.
And Mr.
Linebacker problem solved.
Jacoby Dean.
Done.
It's done.
And Mr. Pickett.
Before
Pickett!
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 Big boy did it. Big boy did it.
We got to get that, dude.
Big boy did it. Yeah, I'll put that on. I'll put that on. By the way, speaking of spinach, what vegetable is good for memory?
This is a dad joke.
I forget.
It's a fucking dad joke.
Carrots.
Yeah, cucumber, because I never forget when my dad stuff shoved my ass.
It was a dad joke. I was right. It was a
Yeah.
dad joke.
No, you know what carrots are good for? Apparently, if you jerk off too much.
Well, am I wrong?
You see better?
If you jerk off too much, it's bad for your eyes. But if you eat carrots, it's good for your eyes.
There's no jerking off too much.
No, but it's bad for your eyes.
It's raw.
That's why you can't see.
It's raw after a while.
No. It's
Before you go to while you were drunk, you got to.
Well, are we going over
Not
the rest
yet.
of Hold on. Are we going
Yeah,
over the
yeah.
rest of the free agents?
Oh yeah,
Ryan,
and the
look at
NFL.
Ryan,
Yeah.
Look
Don't
at
do
Ryan.
it. Don't do it while you were drunk.
Look at
yeah?
Ryan. Let me find a sound clip.
Don't do it.
You let the ancient guy that can't even see the screen.
We're not ready. Because we got baseball too. Yeah,
All right, so
big free agents
You suck.
around the NFL.
yeah, I'll go through like the top 5 and then scroll for a bit. Kirk Cousins,
Yeah, that's a big one.
yeah, went from Minnesota to Atlanta. Could be interesting.
Atlanta made some big changes.
Yo, Atlanta might be all right.
Yeah, you said that Atlanta. Might be.
I think Atlanta went from bad to mediocre. That's what I think.
Right, but in that division, they probably
Mediocre's probably wins that division.
they probably win that division.
That's actually true.
It's Atlanta.
That's
Chris-
actually true.
Yeah, the 9-8 probably wins that division.
That's a good point.
Chris Jones got paid.
Yeah, he did. And Chicago got better. Chicago got a lot.
Significantly, but they're
Yeah.
gonna fuck it up by drafting Caleb Williams.
Yes, they are.
Josh Allen franchise tag. Some Baki guy for
Kansas City also signed Marquise Brown. He's not a world
No,
beater,
all right.
but on that
That's-
offense, he's going to be a good receiver.
The other
Mahomes, yeah.
the other Josh Allen just got Curtis Samuel.
Interesting.
He went to Buffalo, so that could help.
Wait, the Josh Allen from Jacksonville signed with Buffalo?
No.
No,
I said the Josh Allen from Buffalo
Oh,
just got a
Curtis
new weapon
Samuel, yeah.
in Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, but he lost Gabe Davis. That's kind of a wash.
He's going to take over Shakir's spot, though.
Okay,
yeah, Jacksonville got Gabe Davis.
right.
Did they?
Yeah.
But they lost fucking Calvin Ridley.
Right.
See
so-
the fucking revolving fucking
Yep.
circle?
Right.
Calvin Ridley, who went to Tennessee for $90 million, which is stupid money. Instead, you could have paid A.J. Brown,
Yeah.
who
Yep.
went to the Eagles.
Minnesota lost Daniel Hunter to Houston.
the Neil Hunter, yeah.
Neil, L'Jarius Sneed stayed franchise tagged. Burns,
Burns is a big signing, dude.
that's a lot of money. 5 years, 150 million.
Yeah, but that's a big defensive line now. So
Higgins franchise tagged.
yeah,
Wants out.
he wants to
then
be traded.
And then he requested a trade.
Yeah, T. Higgins. Yep.
Wilkinson 4 years, 110 million.
Who did he sign with?
Raiders.
Raiders.
Evans and Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, how about that? Mayfield getting paid, man. I don't know, dude.
Baker Mayfield's a good quarterback. I'm actually shocked that Mike Evans re-signed there.
Yeah,
He resigned because he wanted to play with
Baker
Baker Mayfield. Yeah, I'm blown away by that. I really am. I thought Mike Evans, honestly, was going to Kansas City.
yeah, that would have been.
That'd been scary.
Yeah,
Got whiskey in your titty. Said Gary off the camera.
Gary. Yeah, Gary. Drunk Gary's finally here. 10:15.
Drunk Gary. Yeah. Yeah.
Michael Pittman.
This is usually when Gary's waiting outside, waiting for his Uber.
Yeah,
Sorry, Gary. We got another half hour of the show left. Sorry.
Michael Pittman got a nice deal. Barkley.
Yeah,
Ridley.
where did Pittman go?
He stayed,
He stayed in
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
He's with the Colts still.
Yeah,
They
know
also
what? I gotta
they
be honest,
also
dude.
signed Joe Flacco.
That's fine. I got to tell you, Anthony Richardson is a fucking stud. he got hurt last year. Everyone's forgot about Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, he was looking
that
good.
dude. I'll never forget. I was on those steps painting the fucking thing, and when he got fucking hurt,
I remember I texted you.
I was
dude.
fucking mad, dude.
Yeah.
He was fucking lighting it up.
Yep.
You had him in your fantasy team.
Yes,
He was lighting it.
He looked good.
up.
Yeah. And it's interesting because he was the one that was raw and nobody expected much of.
And he was
raw.
Anthony Richardson.
This just happened. Well, not too long ago. Kendall Fuller signed from Washington, Miami. That's a cornerback.
How about the deal with fucking dude who dished the 49ers, went to the Cowboys, the defensive player.
Oh shit.
Kendricks.
Yeah.
Kendricks fucking was going to get signed by the 49ers, but no, I'm good. I'm going to go to the Cowboys instead. That was their only.
That's all they did.
That's all they did.
That's all. That's it.
Yeah.
They don't have a running back yet.
No. They have Deuce Vaughn.
You're right.
I thought they got somebody.
Nope, Deuce Vaughn.
Okay.
That's who they have. Deuce Vaughn.
They're going to wind up taking a running back.
They signed a long snapper through a long-term deal, though.
Yes. Yeah. They're long snapper and they're.
Oh, believe me, I've been going back and forth with Al for the last 2 weeks.
They're going to end up in another Zeke situation because they're going to take a running back high.
They could.
Yeah.
Greenland went from Houston to Minnesota, which is ironic because they basically just swapped edge rushers.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Jacobs got paid 4 years, $48 million.
Yeah.
Green Bay, which is interesting because they let Aaron Jones go.
They just
I
let
don't
Aaron
understand.
Jones go. I don't get that either.
Yeah.
To me, they're the same. They're the same.
I think when it came, Josh Jacobs is more durable. Aaron Jones has missed 4 or 5 games.
He has. Okay.
That's all I think it came down to is durability.
But Josh Jacobs is also 20. I'm going to say he's 27. That's my guess. Let's see if I'm right.
26.
Yeah.
So
the Packers have done some things. The Packers are going to be.
Yeah, they're trying to build up. They see enough in that quarterback where they go, all right, we have enough. Cunt Jones.
What's the quarterback's name?
Love.
Cunt Jones.
Jordan Love.
Yeah, Jordan Love's looking pretty good, man. I think they see.
I know. Yeah, that's Ryan's love.
Too bad it ain't keeper league, Ryan.
Fucking Jordan Love.
Just get him again. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So because he
you'll draft him early enough.
Actually, if I would have started him, I'd end up in the fucking championship.
Oh, well,
game.
that's because you're a douchebag as a coach.
Wait, would
Fucking
he beat
Trevor
you? Would have
Lawrence.
beat me?
I
know we were in the other thing. That's
right. But I'd have been playing you in the championship. I would have beat Al.
Terrible coach.
Fuck, I would have won too.
That's right.
All right, so moving on.
What'd I do to you?
Patrick Queen.
This guy's been in fantasy for 1 year, wins a game against me, but I got the highest winning percentage in the league.
Your team went down after
I
I
got
beat
the
you.
highest winning percentage in the
Your
league.
team fell apart when I put my shit together and I won and I beat you.
How are you getting home?
Oh, it's like
look how bad he's getting about
Yeah.
Fantasy football.
It's like that.
Fantasy football.
It's like the little brother instead of the big brother.
Dude, the fantasy football thing.
You know what I'm saying?
No, fucking fantasy football. We got him.
Yeah.
We got them both. We got them both. No, hold on. Years ago, we used to do the fantasy thing every week, right? These motherfuckers be like, oh, we're out. We're leaving. Now these motherfuckers are fighting over each other over fantasy football.
Right.
I fucking love it.
When that happened, me and Sean were at the Eagles game against
Yep.
Dallas.
Yep.
And
Dude.
someone said, God damn it, look what you're doing to your brother. I said, wow. He's like,
Yeah, because you
Oh,
weren't.
that's right.
Because you weren't keeping an eye on it.
I wasn't.
Yeah, you didn't care. Get the fuck out of here. You were opening it every 3 minutes. Get the fuck
He was.
out of here.
Dude, he was like, I go to the bathroom. Why is he going to the bathroom so much? He comes out all fucking relieved. What's going on here?
Yo,
Because
CJ
Stroud put up
Stroud,
another fucking 12 points.
Dude, we were
They
literally
threw for 5 touchdowns.
we were literally
that
watching
game.
that game like, what the fuck?
I remember saying to you, I'm never going to hear the fucking end of this. Of all fucking weeks, CJ Stroud puts up 65 points.
Yo, hold up.
I'm never going to hear the fucking end of this.
Hold up. You want to hear something better? You think he's bad. So I lose to Alan Chris, which I'm going to say Alan Chris has been in my league for a couple of years now, and they've never even sniffed like anywhere close to a championship. And I've never lost in a championship. and they fucking beat me because of that fucking jerk off on the fucking Packers at receiver. Reed.
Oh, that's
Reed.
right.
Who, by the way, I let go.
You were.
Yep. And
You
they
were
picked up.
smoking them, and like you had. Who did you have a quarterback? You had the other quarterback.
Prescott.
No,
Why Prescott and I benched Prescott.
no, you were starting the guy that was playing that night, and you're like, "I got this. I'm up." And I got
Oh,
a
you
quarterback,
start-
and he's got Reed left.
Oh yeah, you started the quarter from
Herbert?
No, from Minnesota.
No, I had Jefferson. No, I had Jefferson.
Right, you had the quarterback too, and him,
No,
and, him
no.
and Jefferson
That's what
didn't
it
do
was.
I didn't start
anything.
the quarterback.
I know it was Jefferson. You had Jefferson, and he had Reed,
Yeah,
and you were
and I
winning.
was up 13,
Yeah,
You were up 13 with Jefferson, and he had
And
Reed, and
Jefferson
you
didn't do
lost.
and I
nothing.
lost. Jalen
That's
Reed.
like-
Jalen Reed scored 2 touchdowns.
And he got hurt. Jalen Reed got hurt. Jefferson never did.
Jalen Reed scored 2 touchdowns. One was a long one. Jefferson. All I needed was one more, and he dropped the touchdown pass.
that's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
they threw him the next one. He got like something else happened.
But Ryan, that 2 weeks before.
Dude, hold on.
I'm sorry.
You
Sean.
think he's bad?
what I do?
Al doesn't fucking stop.
Yes, that doesn't
Oh.
surprise
And
me.
then all of a sudden goes, you have to wear a Cowboys jersey to draft next year. We're like, when
We
the
never
fuck?
agreed to
When
this.
the fuck did that come in? Well, we talked about years ago. Yeah, that was years ago. That was never a discussion this year. Like there wasn't no. Oh, that was an ongoing thing. I'm like, you know what? Just to appease you, I'll wear a fucking Cowboys jersey. You know, like, and then he's like, all right, maybe we should change. I mean, dude, like, don't make these fucking rules up and these fucking, you know, this
I
whole
hope-
thing.
I wouldn't know anything about Al making up rules and like
Oh
changing
no,
things.
exactly. No, he
Yeah,
just makes
yeah,
up shit
yeah.
off the top of his head. Anyway, everyone out there is like, who the fuck is Al? He's a Cowboys fan from Philadelphia who never lived in Cowboy land, never fucking visited Dallas, and was a fucking fan because, quote,
They should.
the Cowboys were always the team on TV, so that's why I liked them. The Eagles were always blacked out. So I did a fact check on that.
That's wrong.
It's complete bullshit.
I watched every Eagles game growing up.
Yeah,
Complete bull. It was complete bullshit.
There
There was
even if they didn't sell out tickets, they
2
they wouldn't
games.
televise it. We heard it on the radio.
2 games in my lifetime that are
Right.
blacked out.
Right.
Tampa Bay, they lost to Tampa Bay one year, opening game, and Seattle, Ricky Waters'
Right.
opening game.
Yeah.
Those are the only 2 games that were ever blacked out
Same
in
here.
my lifetime. The Eagles are always the fucking team. I don't
But they
wanna
were
hear it.
blacked out because they didn't sell out the tickets.
Right.
All right. So anyway, moving on. Other
Moving on. We're not
Moving
talking-
on up.
other free agents.
To the top.
So Patrick Queen goes from Baltimore to Pittsburgh.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Divisional foes.
You don't think that was personal?
Yeah, it was
I mean, that's
course
what I'm
it is.
saying. Like,
right.
Shit
Right.
was personal.
and both of those teams are known for linebackers.
Yep.
That's
And
interesting.
But Russell Wilson's going to be their quarterback. They're not going to. Pittsburgh ain't going to do nothing.
They're going to draft a quarterback too.
They're not going to do anything because that offense coordinator is a piece of shit.
Well,
That's-
but
Arthur
Russell,
Smith.
Russell Wilson had 26 and 8 last year.
He might be all right. I mean,
Yeah, but Arthur Smith.
Right.
Dude,
But
Arthur
that,
Smith cannot.
how about Chase
Russell
Young
Wilson-
still as a free agent?
Russell
Chase
is
Young
he?
still out there?
Is he?
Yeah, Chase Young's free and just floating.
Ooh. I did not
Ooh.
jump on Chase Young. They're not going to, though.
No. He probably wants a lot.
Ooh.
McKinley, we talked about McKinley.
But if
4
the
years,
longer
$68
that-
million.
The longer that goes on,
The
though,
I
cheaper
know.
the cheaper he is.
Yeah.
you get him on a 1-year deal. Like
Stephon Gilmore still out there. 33 years old?
I'm good on that.
Clowney's still out there.
Nah.
31 now.
The only reason Clowney's still in the league is because of that hit he made in college.
Because he's the David Clowney
Yeah, because of the hit he made in college. It's the only reason he's still in the league.
and the cheap shot he gave Wentz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lovu,
Yeah,
Went to
Louver
Washington.
went to Washington. Yeah. That's big. That's a big sign.
Awuzie went from the Bengals to Tennessee.
What's his last name?
Willie Gay Jr. Only 1 year, $3 million. That's a guy that could have.
1 year, $3 million?
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
Saints.
Who ain't doing nothing.
Why did he go? Why did he leave the fucking Chiefs for that deal? God damn.
The Eagles couldn't get on that.
Couldn't get,
Yeah, I don't. That's what I was wondering.
I would
about.
let some gain in Philadelphia.
I'd love Gay here.
Even if it's junior Gay.
Gay junior.
Yeah, even a junior guy.
I like it if I'm gay.
I'll tell you what.
So
It's
then
like-
you only put it halfway in.
Nickelodeon, Nick Jr., Dickelodeon, Dick Jr. I would have went for
Yeah.
either one of them.
Yeah.
That's not very nice.
I know. I'm sorry.
Derrick Henry Jr. or
That's
what-
very
Derrick
no,
Henry Jr.?
Yeah.
Cunt Jones Jr.
Derrick Henry goes to Baltimore.
That's a. So Gary was like kind of against that.
Both love tits and Motley Crue.
That move, Derrick Henry going to Baltimore is fucking
That's huge.
perfect for
That's
them.
huge for Baltimore.
Yeah.
Huge
Dude,
for Baltimore.
He is a perfect fit for that team.
Well, he's
They-
just a battering ram.
Oh, hold on. Who do they have before that in Baltimore? Gus Edwards? Fucking who are you gonna give? And Baltimore was a game away from the Super Bowl.
Right, and it's probably a running back that finally stays healthy for them.
Dude, that's a great sign.
That's a great
You talking
sign.
about a pass run option?
Mhm.
Hand off the ball to Henry
Right.
or Lamar Jackson. Good
That's-
fucking
That's
luck.
dangerous.
Yep.
That's a dangerous combo. Garrett, so I want to hear your rebuttal. Go ahead.
I mean, all he is a battering ram. That's all you get from him.
Okay.
Dude.
That's all you get.
Yeah. but
How much have you
Look,
watched
Garrett-
Derrick Henry?
He
Look,
can't,
Garrett Blunt.
he can't pass protect.
Look, Garrett Blunt.
He's not
Yes, he can.
he's not in the passing game.
Well, you don't need him in the pass. but
No, he
can
catches
pass
passes.
protect.
And he catches passes.
And he does catch some passes, bro.
I will say
Dude, he stiff arms the shit out of
Yeah,
people.
he
Like
got-
Derrick Henry's a fucking
he's
beast.
been the best running back in football. I mean,
Well,
Top five.
well, yeah, like
top 3 in the last
Top
5
five.
yeah,
years.
like he
10
averages
years.
It's Barkley, him,
like he
and-
averages 1,500 yards a year.
McCaffrey.
McCaffrey.
McCaffrey's number one.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
McCaffrey's number one. Barkley,
But
and then
Derrick
him.
Henry also doesn't get hurt.
He hasn't been hurt. You're right.
Like it's
All right, that's
The
disgusting.
best pure running back.
What's the
like
matter,
just a
Joe?
pure rushing running back.
There's curdle in my fucking glass.
That's all right.
Yes, you didn't wash it out. I washed mine out.
God fucking damn it.
There's curdle in my glass. It's better than jet.
I don't know if it is. There's chunks in my teeth.
Well, it's probably what would happen with Jet too.
You're completely out of control.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
crazy.
gonna wash my
You're
glass out. We'll do
completely
why.
out of
All
your
right.
mind.
That's
Zach-
Yeah, all right. I'll get through the rest of the.
And Zach Wheeler.
That's
Yeah,
Ronnie,
just use
Bobby,
another
Ricky,
one.
Mike.
Just use another one.
Yeah, you ain't washing the dishes.
Yeah, so Devin White, Tony Pollard goes from Dallas to
Houston,
Tennessee.
You all right?
Tennessee. So they
Curtis
replaced.
Samuel goes to Buffalo. or
So they
something.
replaced Derrick Henry with Tony Pollard.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Pollard's a lot
Oh,
younger,
you tasted it, did you?
but Tennessee sucks.
Tony Pollard's overrated.
No, he's not.
I agree.
No, he's not.
He's overrated.
It depends on what team and what position he's in.
So he has to be.
No, come on.
So he has to be in a certain situation to be effective,
Pollard's.
You're right.
Yeah.
All right.
and he also can't. You can't run the ball with him 20 times a game.
It's nice. Look at the waterfall effect. There it
Ah,
is.
yeah. Don't go chasing waterfalls.
He was just going to show it on the screen, asshole. So we got Gabe Davis going from Buffalo to
Gabe
to
Davis.
Jacksonville. So like we said, they switched.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
Or
here
like
to
all
play
kinds
wide
of
receiver.
Hey, I'm Davis.
Hey, I'm open. Yeah, you always are, Gay Davis. I'm open.
Yeah, I want to know your.
Gabe.
Throw to me.
Yeah, his middle name is Butt Cheeks.
Yay.
DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, he
from
doesn't-
Chicago.
No.
Yo,
No.
yo, he doesn't put his arm here and just goes.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about Bobby Wagner going to Washington.
Yeah.
Austin Eckler. Interesting. What happened to him?
Oh.
Austin Eckler.
Eckler going to fucking Washington.
One year ago, he was a top 5 back.
Yeah, he's. You know what? You know what the problem is with Eckler, dude. He's not
Have an
a.
injury.
He's not a 3-down back either.
No.
He can't carry the ball 20 times.
No.
But he is dangerous, dude. Eckler's
Right,
still
like he
dangerous.
carries it 10, 12 times, but he'll catch 9 balls.
Mooney to Atlanta from Chicago, running from Green Bay to New York.
Dude, they paid him a decent amount of money too. I don't
Yeah,
like
they
that
did.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah, I don't like that one. What else we got?
Damn. Let Mike
AJ Dillon's still there. Talked about Gardner
AJ 's still-
Johnson.
Mike can't.
No, I thought Green Bay brought AJ Dillon back.
He's still out there. Well, maybe they did. Maybe I'm having refreshed.
That's a great fucking look at that. Look at that fucking pour.
Ah, you're
All right, we're moving on. Gardner Minshew signed with somebody for 2 years.
He's the starter.
Before we
Minshew's going to be the starter.
Oh, in Oakland? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, before we get into why you were drunk, Zach Wheeler signing an extension.
Are you wheeling?
Your thoughts, guys? Your thoughts?
I love it. The years, I didn't care how much they paid him. I did not care. I don't care if they gave him $70 million a year.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's baseball. That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
My concern was the years. I thought they were going to give him a 5-6 year deal. The 3 years. So now he's under contract for 4 years, counting this year. I love it. That makes him 37.
Right.
37 when the contract's up.
Yep.
Then you move on. Hopefully Painter's what you think Painter is at that
Or
point.
McGruff.
Rough.
McGruff.
Or
Take a boy out of crime.
or able, like hopefully one of these guys pans out and you have his replacement. I love the deal. Love it.
Yeah. I'm glad he's here. It's Nola and Wheeler for the next few years. You don't have to worry about your 1-2, right? So I
love the fact that Wheeler's here and Nola's still here.
What if Suarez turns into something, right?
Yeah, that's something I'm very optimistic with the Phillies going into the year. Number one, there's no major injury going into the year.
And
Right?
there's another young kid that's been during there's a young kid that's been playing well in
what's his name?
I don't remember his name. But he's a big, tall, burly guy, and he looks good.
Yeah, what's he look like?
I don't know his name. He's white. He's probably white.
Is he a black guy?
He's a white.
No, he's not a
He's
fucking
white.
black guy.
Is he from
He's
the
white.
Dominican?
He's
No,
Jewish.
he's not
He's a white dude.
He's probably Jewish.
What number does he wear?
He's Jewish. He wears
70-8.
He wears
78.
No, he wears-
78.
I don't know if 78's ever panned out.
I don't think so. No, he's Jewish.
Oh.
He's Jewish. He wears a swastika on the back of his jersey.
He's just some guy.
Yeah.
He's just some guy.
He's a white power guy.
He wears pie.
Yeah, he wears pie.
Pie on the back of his jersey.
Yeah.
3.14.
3.14.
But
What
you
does
guys
he
are
have?
breaking balls, but you probably know who I'm talking about.
I have no idea. I haven't watched 1 second of spring training.
Are you serious?
Yes. Not one second.
What position?
Pitcher.
No, I have no idea. I don't know. I have no
No,
idea.
I haven't watched 1 second. I don't care.
The only
I don't care.
I've watched 8 innings. The only innings I went to see.
Right. Yeah, see?
That was it. And I don't remember most of it because I was in so much pain. My fucking
What are you sitting watching spring training every
my
day?
goddamn
No,
sunburn.
not every day, but here and there.
All right,
Yeah.
let me look it up. I'll look it up for you. All right.
Number 78 on the Phillies.
I'll look it up.
Who is he?
78.
752. That's his number.
752.
They had to make a special jersey.
What the
It's
fuck?
an extra wide. Hey, Mike, you know who number 78 is on the Phillies?
752.
752. Who's that guy, Mike? Apparently number 78 on the Phillies is looking pretty good, according to Gary.
I mean, he's got an 85-mile-an-hour fastball.
85-mile-an-hour fastball.
85. Oh, shit.
That wouldn't work in Little League
Why doesn't it work?
because it's 85 miles an hour.
That's a solid
That's
pitch.
JB
No,
Moore.
it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Sure it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
That's a change up for most guys.
Look it up. Look it up.
Our 85-mile-an-hour fastball is no good.
Let me see your phone.
I can throw an 85-mile-an-hour
Where's your phone?
baseball.
Why do you need his phone?
You
Where's
ain't
your
throwing
phone?
a 30-mile-an-hour
You're
fastball.
probably right.
No
But
way.
there ain't nobody paying a guy to throw an 85-mile-an-hour fastball.
Jamie Moyer did it,
He did. See that?
but he was 50.
Damon, I hate you. I don't know. I can't fucking find the guy.
Number 70. It's probably numbers.
87.
It's probably 87.
752 is his number.
752. There's only 2 numbers.
No, there's 3.
I give up.
This guy got special.
No, we're done.
All right, here we go.
You said he threw a fucking 70-mile-per-hour fastball.
He said he's good. He's got an 85-mile-an-hour fastball. And he was dead serious.
That's a waste of the last 5 minutes of our listeners' time.
No, dude, they're loving this.
Every 3 minutes, all 3 of them?
Yeah.
All 3 of them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So 3 of them can go to bed early.
Fuck the trees.
Ryan has the same comment from 15 minutes ago on the
It's
screen.
because there ain't no more.
We'll get
No, it's
rid of
because
it.
you don't know how to put it up there.
All right, let's do Why You Were Drunk because we got some interesting stories.
You're a mediocre fucking host.
You didn't do Why You Were Drunk?
I am not drunk, man. You trying to make me drunk.
It's time to catch up on some things you may have missed.
Do you think a six-pack is acceptable?
While you were drunk.
I'm drunk and I love cats. What more do you need to know?
Fuck you. What the fucking fuck? Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking. How did you two fucking
Oh, damn.
butts? Fuck!
Tush, push, you stay. Tush, push. Tush, push. Tush, push. Tush,
Is it
push.
going to be all right without Kelce?
It's going to be very interesting to see how successful it is without him.
Saquon and Jalen Hurts bench combined 1,700 pounds.
Oh,
Squat.
my God.
Squat. How's that for a fucking answer? Yeah, they'll be fucking fine. I'm not worried about the tush push, and I think that has something to do with the sign of Saquon also. No, I tush push is staying, and I don't think it mattered. Look, Jason Kelce was an
Appreciate it.
No, weighted.
Right.
Center.
Not the underweighted. What the fuck am I? Undersized center.
Right.
Undersized lineman. Cam Jerkins is bigger than Jason Kelce. Cam Jerkins is taking over for Jason Kelce. All you had to do is get lower than defensive nose.
Well, and
tackle.
Jason Kelce in college, they wanted him to play linebacker.
Are you going to tell me? Yeah, right?
Yeah, he was going to wear number 78.
752. 752.
You can throw an 85-mile-per-hour fastball. Strike everybody out. Fuck it.
Like 85 miles an hour is a problem.
Yeah,
That's
in
a
Major
bad
League.
fastball.
It's a terrible
Wow,
fastball.
that's all right.
Zach Wheeler hits 97.
And that's,
And that's like,
Aaron Nola hits 92.
yeah. Like, what the fuck?
is Aaron Knowles 92? Is that
Moving
his
on.
high?
I got to believe that's his average.
Average, okay.
No wonder he thinks this show's great. Like, he thinks 85-mile-per-hour fastball is great.
I didn't say great.
Yo, you know what? This is 6 inches too.
Yeah.
That's why women's depth perception is so bad because everybody thinks that this is 6 inches.
All their life. This is 6 inches, honey.
Gary's perception of fucking a fastball, he's going to live till he's 100.
How much snow we get? Oh, 6 inches. Oh, shit.
How fast was he? Where are you going? I was only doing about 85, officer.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty fast. You should be in major leagues.
Wait, you see what happens.
You should be a closer. Fucking jerk off. All he did was throw 5 interceptions to the opposition. All right.
Bring in the heat every night.
What the fuck was I talking
Nah,
about?
it's a
I don't know.
It's only a little warm. It's not very fucking hot.
I don't remember what the first fucking story. I already deleted it. What was this? I don't remember. All right.
You suck my fucking dick.
All right.
How about that?
AI is getting a statue on Legends Walk.
Artificial
fucking-
intelligence.
Maybe said that you're too drunk to read the
Look at you.
soundboard.
Oh, you're fucking up the fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Look,
That was earlier.
Well, you're knocking the laptop over. You're fucking.
I don't think he's too drunk. I just think that he has bad eyeyesight.
tripping
Yeah.
over wires.
Yeah, I just can't see.
AI, dude, that's cool. So Dr. J, Charles Barkley, all
Absolute idiots.
all the all the legends.
We got two guys
Absolute
watching.
idiots.
We got two guys watching, and Ryan and I are both watching. So I don't. This doesn't look.
Everybody else tuned out, huh?
Even Mark said, "Fuck these guys."
Where's Jay?
Does it count myself?
He said, "Fuck you guys."
He called an Uber.
Yeah, Jay called an Uber.
Yeah,
yeah, but that's pretty cool, man. AI getting the nod statue.
Yeah.
Where are they
all right.
putting it?
The Legends Walk at the Trenton Camden Center, right outside where the practice facility is. Pretty cool though, and also AI got a street named after him in Virginia.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The new commercial is pretty cool as shit. The Pepsi commercial.
Oh, yeah. Funny. The AI
we
commercial.
need AI. Man, why
is everybody
why everybody hitting me up? Trying to smoke a blunt, play some video games. It's great. He's playing a video game. He's fucking sitting on his couch. He's
There's
like,
a dart. He's like Florida.
I don't know, fucking Florida. She's like, Florida. Speaking of brackets, we'll talk about that after the show. Chris Mortensen died.
Oh,
He perished.
Perished.
Yeah, he perished.
Dude, Chris Mortensen was awesome.
Let's send him a pizza.
Yeah, Chris Mortensen was awesome, dude.
Let's send him 85 pizzas.
No, dude, like I
It'll cost $752.
But on the
The
NFL,
math might be right.
on the NFL Combine, fucking Rich Eisen, dude, and I forget Kirk Herbstreit was there doing the comb. Dude, he was in tears. Like he was like, because Eisen broke the news, and dude,
Mortensen groomed a lot of them guys, man.
Yeah, I'm
he
sure he did.
fucking lost it. He's like, it was.
Eisen did it or Herbstreit?
No, Herbstreit couldn't even keep it together, and Eisen like, hit him. Dude, all right, man, all right, that's enough. Like basically like that's I know. And even Eisen was breaking up a little bit. He's like, dude, he was a mainstay when I first came to ESPN. He was there, this whole thing, dude. Chris Mortensen, the Mort Report.
Yeah.
Even before all that, dude, Chris Mortensen was before Adam Schefter. It was Chris Mortensen.
He was the guy.
Yeah,
he was the guy you went to. Like, so that sucks, man. That's a shame. They lost a good one. Cancer, I think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was cancer. I know he was battling for a while there. So
ESPN lost a lot of guys to cancer.
I hate
Yeah,
that
it did.
fucking word.
It did.
I hate that fucking
Yeah, I
word.
know. I hear you guys.
I hate it.
I hear you guys. And then also Eric Carmen.
Cartman?
Hungry eyes. Eric Cartman died this week.
Wait. What do you mean Cartman died?
Eric Cartman died.
Hungry eyes.
Hungry eyes.
I look at you and I.
That's not Cartman.
That's crying. I don't know.
79 Brooks.
79.
Who came inside of him.
79.
Probably never heard of Eric Carmen.
What are you doing?
So Eric Cartman's dead?
Yeah, Eric Carmen, singer of Hungry Eyes, and what was the other song?
Wait,
he
I
sang?
thought Patrick Swayze sung that song.
No, it was Eric
It
Carmen.
was Eric Carmen. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. 85-mile-an-hour fastball.
I don't know what you saying like
What the
that.
fuck?
I said
Yeah,
like
Jay was
that.
all over that earlier this week.
I
And then
couldn't pay attention.
what else was there? There was another song. There was Hungry Eyes and then something else.
All by myself.
All
by
myself. He wrote that.
That's the same dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He wrote that.
It's a tragic loss, let me tell you.
That's not very.
This
funny.
is an interesting one. Dartmouth basketball's team, or basketball, I should say, join a union. They're now confirmed. Well, so Dartmouth is fighting it, and they're now considered campus workers. This is a big thing for NCAA. So, if more teams come out and do this, like, so basically, you're
unionizing.
athletes, you're unionizing, you're becoming campus workers.
right. So you got to cut grass. You got to empty trash.
Well, but Dartmouth's fighting it right now. But
Of course they are. Yeah.
this could be huge for college. So think about
Don't unionize.
So think
Take it from a guy who's been through it.
Always unionize.
Don't unionize.
Always unionize.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Yeah.
There's
So the NCAA.
I like the union.
So EA Sports is coming out with NCAA football, which is fucking
Give you 750 reasons why.
NCAA 25.
Oh yeah, first one in 10 years,
dude. Are you kidding
12
me?
years?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Did you see the shit? Did you see the preview?
No.
The mascots are running it. I'm like, oh fuck, this is gonna be fucking awesome. They have fucking kids in the showers for Penn State. They fucking have all kinds of shit going on, dude.
Sandusky's there.
Yeah, Sandusky's there. It's like the ghost of if you win enough games, you win the Ghost of Sandusky. He's fucking in the showers.
I'm pretty sure that's not true.
The ghost of Sandusky.
Yeah, fucking.
Must be weird not having anybody come on you.
Yeah, if you cross the 50, the hand of fucking Paturo fucking grabs you and pulls you down and grab your dick.
Starts jerking you off.
Yeah.
What does Paterno have to do with this?
He knew.
How about if you get a little taste of Landon Dickerson coming right down your throat?
Dude. But no, seriously, the NCAA.
There's something wrong with it.
Whatever.
Well, let's
whatever
not start sucking each
Returner
other's dicks
did or
quite
didn't
yet.
do, I'd take him over fucking Franklin in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I know. Right now. But the reason why I bring it up is because of all this going on.
Underwear with dick holes in them.
All this going on. Any player that opts into the game
Brian's lost. He's
wins,
like, what do you
gets
think
money.
it is?
Right? So hear me out.
Such a good dick.
Any player that opts into the NCAA college EA sports game
Right.
gets money.
Right.
So they're already like the money's already flowing in, right?
Yeah,
you
the
already got
NIL's
that.
already.
Yeah, apparently coaches are not allowed to do this. Players are allowed to do this.
Right, because they're getting.
So now,
because
but now
coaches are getting paid.
But now players are yeah.
Oh
All right.
God, I don't care.
All right, I'll move on. All right, fine. All right, I'll move on. John Gruden is back in the ELF.
The ELF? What's
yeah,
that?
he's an elf. He's an
elf?
elf. Hold on, dude. I swear to God, I'm not making this up, guys.
European League football.
Yep, European League football. He's advisor to the Seamen.
Seaman?
I swear to God, it's not a lie. Look it up.
Why? Why?
Why would you not be?
Jesus Christ.
We're in.
He's not fucking broke. He's got $1 billion.
We're from America.
First
We're
of all,
from America.
It's a little late.
Why am I arguing on the microphone with somebody that can't hear me? Like
You just called me a jive turkey. No,
Gary's on the
no, he
mic.
did not. He
He's broke.
Sucker.
He's broke.
Stuck my big
Who here,
black
other than
Johnson
drunk
right
Gary,
down
that
his
set it off the mic that's
goddamn
now sitting down and thinks 85-mile-per-hour fastball is good? Thinks that John Gruden's broke.
I mean,
Gruden's not broke. He ain't broke. What do you think? I'm broke?
I'm gonna get off by cranking your knob just a little beyond the breaking point.
Always a way.
Ryan,
Always
you,
find a
you don't
seaman.
think Gruden's broke, do you?
No, he's not broke.
Always a way to find a seaman. All right.
Remember Addicts?
No.
Oh, remember Ghostbusters?
By the fucking way, I rewatched the last Ghostbusters movie.
The one with the girls?
The one with
No,
the one with
Fuck.
Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Dude,
don't know.
so good.
Is it? I haven't seen it yet.
What?
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
Afterlife?
yeah, I haven't seen it.
Dude.
I did, and again, I just seen
No.
the trailer for the second one.
No. Dude. Go see Afterlife. It is so fucking good.
Really?
It is, dude. Opening scene, you're like, oh shit, they brought back the original score. And you're like, I'm in. It's, dude, I'm
All
telling
right.
you, it's so good.
I'll find time over the weekend to watch
They
it.
link it completely up to the original. I'm a little upset they don't mention anything about the sequel. Because, like, you know, why are you going to ignore the sequel? But, like, they do. Whatever reason. It is so good. They
Yeah,
they pay tribute to everything.
All right, I'm gonna have to watch it, man.
No, fuck that girls one.
That was
fuck
awful.
that. It was horrible. Leslie Jones is a loudmouth.
So is fucking Melissa McCarthy. Like she's like
Melissa McCarthy's funny in the right.
She ain't.
I wish she
in
never
the
made
right.
it. I wish they
fucking hate her.
I can tell you
Really?
right now.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now.
No, because she's not funny.
No, he reminds her of his old boss.
She does look like Colleen.
She does a little bit.
She does.
A little bit. I wish they didn't make that movie because they would make this movie even more important. I'm telling you right now, it's so good, and I have high expectation for the next one.
It's like that.
Even
Wow,
rewatching it, I felt even better rewatching it than I did the first time I saw it.
I'll tell you, the remake of The Crow looks good.
Yes, it does.
It does look good. It does.
It looks really gory and a lot more violent.
It's more off the comics.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the comic or read the comics of it?
I read the original.
I didn't read that. Like I knew all of them. I know the gist of it.
Okay. I don't know.
It is the gist of it.
The gist of it. Yeah.
Okay.
The gist.
Yeah. It goes 85 miles an hour.
Okay.
Yep. It's pretty fast.
Yeah.
Should be in major leagues with that jizz.
Yeah.
The jizz of Joe Watson.
All right.
Let it go.
All right. Tyson versus Jake Paul. July 20th on Netflix.
I'm going to watch it.
Of course I'm going to watch it.
Gary, get on the mic. Get on the mic. No, get on the mic because I want to hear your fucking opinion on this because I think I'm the minority on this.
You think Jake Paul's going to beat him?
I do. I think Jake Paul beats Mike Tyson. Everyone's fucking thinking about Mike Tyson 1987.
I hear you.
You guys are all, Mike Tyson is throwing punches. Dude, Jake Paul's beating everyone in his fucking past so far.
I kind of agree with Sean.
All right, so if it's that solid, why is he wearing headgear? Why does he get to wear headgear?
They both are, aren't they?
No, just Jake Paul.
Only Jake Paul is?
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
Why does he get to wear headgear?
Because
Mike Tyson hits like a fucking freight
He
train.
used to.
He still does.
No, I believe
he still does.
I believe he still hits like that. I think what it comes down to,
he's 58 years old.
And if Jake Paul gets it to say the third round, Tyson's in trouble.
Yeah.
Look, dude, there's a reason why Tyson
He retired years ago.
Yeah, there's a reason why he wasn't as good. He hasn't been good in 20 years.
What was the last fight?
He hasn't been good in
20 years.
I mean, 30 years.
Really?
He just got to square up that one punch, though.
That is true.
That one punch.
That is
hear
true.
you.
Jake
I
Paul's
hear
not
you.
going to let him land it.
I hear you, but
What do you think?
when was the last time he fought?
Everyone keeps putting out that meme, but
A year or two
Glass
ago?
Joe.
Tyson?
Yeah.
Who did he fight?
I don't remember what it was, but it was an exhibition. He fought. He dominated the fight.
And he won.
He's not going to. Dude, I'm
Yeah, but
telling you.
all right. Wait, he dominated the fight, but did he knock him out?
No.
Gary, you put out a thing right now. I'm going to put it right on the show right now. Let's put it right on the show right now.
Let's do it.
You said he's going to knock out Jake Paul in the first round.
Yes, he is.
I'm going to put money on it right now. And
He's going to connect.
You'll never get paid.
He's going to connect with that one punch and lay him out. What do you mean, Mike? I fucking paid you and I owed you.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
You-
I did. What do you mean? Yes, I did.
No.
Yes, the fuck I did.
No, you owed me 40. You only
No.
paid me 20.
No, I did not owe you. Fuck. What the fuck did I owe you for?
When you fell asleep watching the movie, you owed me another 20. You never paid me for it.
What
It took him 85 seconds, but he remembered.
752 minutes.
Listen, that's what's going to happen. I'll bet you dinner on the podcast one night that he will not knock out Jake Paul in the first round.
Yes, he is.
All right. Well, is that a
Is that
deal?
a deal?
Yeah.
All right.
I
On the
got it.
show.
Yeah.
Done. All right.
I hope he does.
I hope he does too, but it ain't going to happen.
Dude,
If he
I
does,
would- yeah.
you know what? If he does, I'll gladly fucking pay for dinner.
yeah, that'd be the best thing ever.
Because I fucking can't stand it, dude. All right. Last one.
Can't stand who? Jake Paul or Mike?
I
Tyson?
can't. No. Fuck, I love Mike Tyson.
Yeah, Mike Tyson's great. But no, I mean, Jake Paul, as much of a clown as he is, he's at least legitimately
He's not a bad fighter.
boxed
Yeah.
enough to where he's.
He's a douchebag.
I hear you. I agree. He's a douchebag. I agree that it seems like he's a fraud, but he's boxed a lot. He's not. He's borderline professional.
Peterson said Tyson. Dude, you missed so many comments. There's so many comments here.
Oh, I can't see them.
Sorry. You got anything to add, Ryan? Nah.
But he's
No. Nah, don't.
He's
so many. Tyson will knock him out in one punch. Jay Parr said, "No more hungry eyes. Hungry eyes. Here comes the flies to eat my hungry eyes." That was a good one. New Ghostbusters Frozen Empire came out. Oh, it came out last night? No. It comes out next week. I'm pretty sure. Anyway,
Mike Tyson's going to spaghetti leg him.
it's so low. Jesus, those headphones are so much louder than this one.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
these are new ones.
These are so fucking low. Like when I was sitting over there, it sounded like I was like, yeah, that was crazy. I can hear everyone breathing. I can hear Gary's fucking nasal hair.
so Sean, your Guinness is about halfway full. That's like car bomb.
No.
I gotta go.
Should have just went over. They would have just dropped it in.
Dude, listen,
Drink up, Buttercup.
Listen.
Doing another car bomb?
If I wasn't fucking golfing tomorrow morning,
Not till 10 o'clock. You got plenty of time.
it doesn't. No,
Stop being a
no.
bitch.
First time. No.
Come on, me, you,
man.
and Mike.
No.
Pussy. 752 minutes of a pussy.
All right. Fine. I'm a pussy.
Whatever. I still ain't doing it.
Yeah, I'm a pussy. I'm good. He said premiere was last night. I watched it. Right. How was it, Dave? How was it? He said he saw it.
What premiere?
The new
Dave-
Ghostbusters.
No, Dave Pearson said he saw it. All right.
Yo, had them nuts.
They're terrible.
Are they?
You see the bag's still full.
Pass them down.
No, you ain't gonna like them.
I'll try one.
I'll try a nut.
They're terrible. They're coated with coffee.
It says that they're coated with coffee. That's what he said it was.
Fucking
Oh, it's an
terrible.
espresso nut.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Terrible.
it's espresso nut.
Taste it. You can taste the coffee.
It's a coffee bean. Yeah.
Terrible.
All right. So, guys, I feel like we didn't do enough justice to the career that Jason Kelce had. Fletcher Cox, obviously, too, man. Fletcher Cox was a fucking all-timer. So we're gonna play out the show tonight in honorary fashion. First of all, before we close it out, god damn, Joe Watson was fucking awesome,
How
man.
incredible was he?
Yeah,
Dude,
that was great.
That was fun, man. Joe Watson, first Broad Street bully to ever come on this podcast. He was fantastic. Dude, what the fuck did you get over my keyboard?
The semen.
I didn't touch the keyboard.
752 ounces of fucking load.
It's probably true. He didn't do the comments things.
I don't know what the fuck. There's shit all over it.
I didn't fucking touch it. I couldn't see it.
Did you scratch your fucking tape?
I got it. That's good. Joe Watson was awesome, dude. His stories are fantastic. Joe Watson, check it out.
I can't wait for we got to have him back on.
Yeah, we got to do that.
Oh, he's going to come
Yeah,
to
we'll
Ryan's house.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
whatever works.
in media. It's
Yeah.
not that far.
No,
is it?
that's 10 minutes.
Yeah, we got to make that work. Yeah. Over the summer, we got Joe Watson in studio at your place.
Joe, you coming? No, I'm not.
Nah, we'll, dude.
Yeah.
I'll get him. I got his number, dude.
All right.
Make it work. So Joe Watson, not the last you heard of him. Trust us. We'll get him on again. Maybe we'll get someone else too during that show. I'll see what I can do. I'll
You already mentioned on why are you winking like you didn't already mention on the show that like, hey, I'm gonna try and get Bernie
Nah,
Perron
but there's
on.
other people too, man. There's
Okay.
other people in the
Yeah,
area.
we'll get Brian Prop.
He won't remember.
We'll forget the address.
We'll forget it now.
Yeah,
We're not going to get him now. Jesus
He'll end
Christ.
up in Delaware.
Not Delaware. Delaware County, you fucking tard.
85 miles the other way.
Yeah. 752 minutes, you'll be here.
You're not on a penalty kill. You're on the power play, you fucking tard.
Yeah,
It's a 503 the other way.
Yeah, it's stroke-alicious.
Don't put it on your own fucking net.
Where you at, stroke-alicious? That's
All right, let's go, man.
There's something.
You gotta go.
There's something wrong with you.
Get out of here.
There's something wrong with you too.
No, what the fuck?
There's
dude?
something
Why are you guys
wrong.
Picking on him, dude. He's a great dude.
He just don't remember.
He
that
just doesn't
Yes,
remember.
he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
You
He just can't pronunciate the words. It has nothing to do with memory.
God damn it!
I don't know
All right.
what you want me to do here.
Enough.
Thinks he's on Corner Flub.
Next week,
Fucking Sheeds.
Corner Flub Sports.
2 weeks. 2 weeks is our anniversary show.
Brian Slop.
Hold
Oh
on.
yeah, we're gonna do hot dogs.
Everyone brings a pack of hot
No.
dogs.
That's
Yes, we
Easter.
are.
I
That's
thought you said
Easter
it was 10
weekend.
years. I said it was
No,
10.
next
That's like
week.
next year.
No,
No, we're doing it for the 9 year.
9 year. Everyone in 2 weeks bring a pack of hot dogs with you.
Yeah, we're gonna hit the
We're
grill.
doing a contest.
Yeah.
We might not do even hit the grill. We might just do it raw.
No. No.
I don't like it raw.
No.
All right.
Baby, I like it raw.
All right, so
Oh, baby, I like it raw.
all right, fine. It fucking makes a difference. You're not gonna eat them.
Still, no, you
All
can't
right,
do them.
fine. All right.
We'll just throw
So
them
in 2
on the
weeks,
grill.
everyone brings
Well,
a
you can
pack
fit
of hot
more
dogs.
in if they're not cooked.
If they're not cooked.
They're
No,
more. They plump up when they.
No, they're more moist.
Oh, actually, it makes it tough. Hey, actually, I like it.
That puts a twist on it.
It puts
There
a
you
twist
go.
on it. If
They're
they're
more
cooked, they're
moist
plump.
when they're raw.
All right, in 2 weeks.
You've been down this road before, Gary? Like
I mean, when you open a pack of hot dogs, they're all fucking.
No, they're all
slippery.
fucking wet and they stink.
And they're
And they
slippery.
stink.
But they're slippery.
And they're slippery.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, they're
icy.
slippery.
I'm not doing that.
They're like a popsicle.
We gotta cook them.
We gotta cook them. Yeah, cooked hot dogs.
How many hot dogs are you? Dude, you
Cock
better have
dogs.
the fucking
Cock
dogs.
Yes.
How many cock dogs are you cooking?
As long as they ain't prop dogs.
No, we'll make it work.
Dude, he's got to have this biggest fucking pot out.
No, we're gonna put them on the grill.
Yeah, but we're gonna put them in a. I'll cook them all and put them in a fucking thing, and then we'll
Just throw them at each other.
stick them in our mouths.
You know what's gonna suck if
Why
we're
did this fucking happen?
what?
This is gonna suck to
Yeah,
begin with.
If it's the only four of us, like
No, it won't.
people gotta come.
Be. It won't be. And you know whose idea it was?
It was that.
My sister.
Yeah.
My sister Shannon came up with this.
So your sister likes cock dogs.
She's the one who said you guys should do a hot dog.
You
eating.
met Shannon. You know she likes hot dogs.
I don't know what she likes.
She has 4 kids. What the fuck?
Yeah, she likes the cock dog.
She knows her way around.
She's coming.
I
Fucking.
bet she is.
Shit, I haven't seen Shannon in 5 years.
She said she's coming in a couple weeks. Jay said he's gonna come. Dude, that I don't know, Mark. Tough situation
Mhm.
there. I don't know if Mark's gonna come. Dude,
Yeah, Mark's gonna come.
anyone who can make it. That's my wife's like, I'm not gonna be here.
Why not?
No, she said that's disgusting. I'm not cleaning up puke. She literally said, I'm not gonna fucking be. She said to me, she looked at me in the eyes and said, I will not fucking be here.
I don't blame her.
No, she's like,
I don't want to be here.
I mean, she's got a point.
I'm not gonna tell her. I'm just gonna do it. What are you cooking all those hot dogs for? Nothing. Oh, by the way, you're here for the night? Tough shit. Open up the fucking toilet.
You didn't tell her when?
No.
You just
I
gonna
told her
do
it's
it?
April 5th. I was wrong. It's in 2 weeks.
Everybody's gonna show up with a pack of hot dogs.
What the? That's tonight? That's tonight? No.
I still
No.
I still don't understand the
Tonight,
rules.
tonight.
Oh!
I still don't understand the rules.
There's no rules. Just eat it.
How many
hot dogs can you put in your mouth?
I'll think it's with the. We gotta come up with
Is
something.
it like at one time, or is it how many you eat at the end of the night?
Actually, hold
How
on.
many
Hold
can you-
on.
Like, so it's like
Wait, no. We should make this something. No, we should make. We have 2 weeks to figure this out.
Yeah,
We
let's
should-
think about it while we're drunk.
No, should we do a Yo Philly compilation where every question you got wrong, stick a hot dog in your mouth?
No. You're making this much more complicated than like it's already awful. Don't make it worse.
Just throw random hot dogs at people.
No, we're not throwing hot dogs at people.
Yeah.
Jay, I don't know what to say.
We'll think
It's
about
gonna
it.
be-
We got
Jay, you gotta help me. You gotta help me figure this out.
you throw them at
It's
85
gonna
miles
be-
an hour.
For 750.
I think it should be 1, 2. No, we count them off.
752 hot dogs.
We count it off and see how many hot dogs you can fit. One person goes at a time,
Yeah.
and we count it off. 1,
Right.
2, 3.
Just go around the
4,
horn.
5, and or
You don't
whatever.
actually eat them. You just
No, you're not eating them. No, it should just be.
Maybe at the end.
Jay
you know,
said Mike is fucking hating this.
yes.
No, I think it should just be count off.
right. And then at the end, if you want to eat them, eat them.
What if you're hungry?
Oh, you're not eating. Ugh.
Like you can have one of
Who's
mine.
chewing?
You
Is
can
that
have
you?
one. No,
Is that
that's
you?
me on these nuts.
That's what we're doing.
I told you were going to hear someone chewing on
No.
nuts.
What time is it?
Yeah, it's time.
No. It's 2:49. Sean, mark off 2:49 right now. 2:49 to 2:30. Because I'm not going to repeat it because you're not going to get me saying it too. But right.
I told you.
I got it. All right, here we go. Let's close out the show, guys. There's no better way to close this out
All right, let's do it.
than a 4.5 minute speech.
These nuts are good.
Yes, they are. 4.5 minute speech. The best speech ever. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week, or 2 weeks, I'm sorry. 2 weeks, March 29th, our ninth anniversary show.
Bring a hot dog.
Bring a hot dog. Here we go.
You love the Eagles, let me get a hell yeah. You love the Philadelphia Eagles, let me get a hell yeah. I'm going to take a second to talk to you about underdogs. I know Lane and Chris just talked about this, but I don't think that it's been beat home enough. Howie Roseman, a few years ago, was relinquished of all control pretty much in this organization. He was put in the side, he was put in the side of the building where I didn't see him for over a year. 2 years ago, when they made a decision, he came out of there a different man. He came out of there with a purpose and a drive to make this possible. And I saw a different Howie Roseman, an underdog, Doug Peterson. When Doug Peterson was hired, he was rated as the worst coaching hire by a lot of freaking analysts out there in the media. This past offseason, some clown named Mike Lombardi told him that he was the least qualified head coach in the NFL. You saw a driven Doug Peterson, a man who went for it on fourth and down in the Super Bowl with the trick play. He wasn't playing just to go mediocre. He's playing for a Super Bowl. And it don't stop with him. It does not stop with him. Jason Peters was told he was too old. Didn't have it anymore. Before he got hurt, he was the best freaking tackle in the NFL. Big B was told he didn't have it. Stephen Wisniewski ain't good enough. Jason Kelce's too small. Lane Johnson can't lay off the juice. Brandon Brooks has anxiety. Carson Wentz didn't go to a Division I school. Nick Foles don't got it. Mark Clement's too slow. LeGarrette Blount ain't got it anymore. Jay and John can't stay healthy. Torrey Smith can't catch. Nelson Aguilar can't catch. Zach Ertz can't block. Rich Selleck's too old. Brandon Graham was drafted too high. Vinny Curry ain't got it. Mo Allen can't fit the scheme. Michael Thomas can't fit the scheme. Nigel Bradley can't catch. Jalen Mills can't cover. Patrick Robinson can't cover. It's the whole team. It's the whole team. This entire organization with a bunch of driven men to accomplish something. We were a bunch of underdogs. And you know what underdogs is? It's a hungry dog. And Jeff Stoutland has had this in our building for 5 years. It's a quote in the O-line room that has stood on the wall for the last 5 years. Hungry dogs run faster. And that's this team. Bottom line is, we wanted it more. All the players, all the coaches, the front office, Jeffrey Lurie, everybody wanted it more. And that's why we're up here today, and that's why we're the first team in Eagles history to hold that freaking trophy. underdog is? It's y'all, Philadelphia. For 52 years, y'all have been waiting for this. You want to talk about underdog? You want to talk about a hungry dog? For 52 years, you've been starved in this championship. You know what's up. Everybody wonders why we're so mean. Everybody wonders why the Philadelphia Eagles aren't the nicest fans. If I don't eat breakfast, I'm pissed off. No one wanted us. No one liked this team. No analyst liked this team to win the Super Bowl, and nobody likes our fans. And you know what? I've just heard one of the best chants this past day, and it's one of my favorite, and it's new, and I hope y'all learn it, because I'm about to drop it right now. You know what I got to say to all those people that doubted us, to all those people that counted us out, and to everybody who said that we couldn't get it done? What my man Jay Ajay just said. Fuck you.
There's one simple vision hack.
You guys still watching live? Thank you so much, dude. If that wasn't the best fucking way to put out the show,
I thought there was more F-bombs, believe it or not.
It wasn't that many.
It wasn't as many as I thought there was.
Wasn't that many. All right, guys. Everyone hanging out for boner coverage. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Bring on.